Hi, everybody. I hope you're well. Oh my God, it's Blood and Lyrium. Oh my God, it's season 4. We are
Hey.
back, everybody. It has been 85 years. I hope you're all well. We are very excited to get started. Um, as ever, and for the first time this season, I will do my little pre-game chat just so that we're all aware of what we're getting into. This is a content warning, everybody. Dragon Age is a setting which has some dark and difficult themes, not only with some grisly horror, but also in its political and cultural tensions. There are power imbalances throughout the lands of Thedas, and we may occasion touch on these in our story. Rest assured, we're going to be respectful and considerate as possible as we do. And we only ever punch up because that is the correct thing to do, everybody. We've discussed our lines and veils prior to today's session, and we have tools to check in with each other. But we want to make sure that you are mindful of your own comfort levels. As important as these stories are to voice, and we want to give a voice to them, your happiness and comfort should be paramount. And as such, we'd never judge if you need to step away. That being said, I'm going to let my players introduce themselves for the first time for this season. Let's go.
Who, me? Oh, I'm Emily. I missed you, motherfuckers. I use she, they pronouns. I play a mother, Kana, who uses she, her pronouns. Uh, ye. I'm excited to be back. I have nothing else to say.
Hell yeah.
Hi everyone. My name is Satan. It's me, your boy. I use any pronouns, whatever fits the bit is what I use. And I am playing Phelan, our Dalish elf mage and baby girl. He uses he him. I'm so excited to be back. I missed you guys.
Oh lordy. Hello everyone. I am Torin. I utilize she, they pronouns. I am playing our little pillbug rogue, Oriana, who uses she, her. We'll see how she's doing. I'm excited.
Hell yeah.
I'll be fine. Yeah. Let's go.
Hi everyone, I'm Bex, much like Phelan. I use whatever fits the bed, whatever's funniest to you in the moment. Feel free to follow your heart. I
You know
am
what it's
playing our
about.
yeah, I'm playing our little puppy dog warrior Ganari, Cass, who is fine. She's having a normal one. Totally chill.
It's
All
just
gonna be
Tuesday,
fine.
isn't it?
It's just you know what? She's got back into her job. It's fine. She had some lovely annual leave, and now she's back at
Yeah.
it.
Back at it again. Excellent. So yes, my wonderful players. Also, can we shout out Satan's incredible art? We have some glow ups for season 4. Look at that art.
I see what you
That is
did.
Yeah.
I see
beautiful.
what you did. Just
Yeah.
saying. Watching you.
How dare you
How dare
do
you?
whatever. Whoever that was that did the thing.
I have a feeling it was the idea from Humalu and the execution from Satan. I'm just saying.
Down with
I'm
this
look
and that.
I'm looking at all of you. I know what you're up to. All right, I'm done. Thank you.
Listen. Um so uh the year is 930 Dragon still. It was a very long year. um, both canonically and for our story. To the south of Ferelden, a bloody and horrific war is being waged, not between nations and armies, but against the hordes of darkspawn that seek to bring death and rot and ruin to the world. Our story follows a group of mostly Lothian villagers, with an extra now, who escaped the destruction of their village, faced perils along the road north, who eventually made their way to the capital of Denerim, fleeing not only from the Blight, but also their past and the authorities and consequences for their actions, and some Templars, and don't worry about it. Adventures through Kirkwall's surrounding areas after this saw them dealing with the Dalish clan, delving into the deep roads, finally reuniting a mother and child. Just as things seemed to be falling into place for our group, the group fell into unconsciousness. Oh no, and we're kidnapped. Um, a crossing over water, an attack from a high dragon. Can't be a Dragon Age story if there's not a high dragon attack. The group were rescued by a very large presence in the form of a Kunari, Cass, who had been undercover with the slavers, and now she had fought to free those who had been captured. There was some suspicions at first, but eventually the group were grateful of the rescue. The group teamed up with the mysterious organization Cass worked for, the Swallows, who claimed to help liberate the enslaved and to sabotage the slavers. Always punch up, everybody. Their rescuer, Cass, joined them as they travelled, their priority now turning towards the Dalish clan of one of our own. They believed them to be in peril. They succeeded in their rescue, discovering that some Tevinter agents were following the clan. Those guys. After they were done, and knowing that they would have to be careful in their retreat, with the Templars also posing a threat, we now join them a few weeks later into the future from that moment. Our group have made their way back to Ferelden, but not to the lands that are plagued, to the south and centre, and kind of all over the place right now. For now, they are in a secluded estate nestled into the foot of the Frostback Mountains. The air is cool as the months turn a little close to winter, but the freshness of it is a marked difference from the blight-choked south. It's a quite literal breath of fresh air. Have they taken the time to decompress with the relative safety of the estate? Have they used the time to strengthen themselves for struggles to come? Let us check in with each of you in turn. We are coming first to Kana. Prior to our premiere today, I encouraged my players to think about what they might be doing in these 2 weeks, and that we are going to bring a scene from that to the screen for your viewing pleasure. What scene have we chosen for Kana?
What I feel like would make the best scene. You know, she's got a lot of stuff she wants to do to feel like comfortable in this space and like set up, like really make it feel like home. I think she wants to like make a new forge crafting workshop area somewhere in this manor. But that's gonna take some time. That's not a, and also not a particularly interesting scene to watch me describe a room.
Just in the
or
background, and you
anything.
just hear hammering.
Right. But something that's a very big priority for Kana right now is making sure that Rainey has the tools to defend herself. So I think, you know, as soon as we felt settled and felt like, okay, our stuff is unpacked, we're not immediately gonna get attacked. Let's start training. And so Kana and Rainey have been like going on jogs and like doing like little like warm-up practices. So I feel like the scene is maybe the first time we've been like, okay, this is real stuff. You're gonna come at me with an actual sword. It's fine. I'll be fine.
Okay.
And let's test this. Let's get some actual practice in.
Okay. Question. Is it a metal or a wooden sword?
It's a metal sword. I think this
Is
is like
it
full out.
blunted
It's
for
small
training or
enough.
sharp?
You know, it's probably not fully of either. It's probably like a relatively
Sharper
unsharpened
than it
sword
should
that
be, but yeah.
it's sharper. It's definitely sharper than it should be.
Okay.
But I think Kana's like, you have to like be aware of these things. I'm not gonna sharpen it. I'm not gonna make it like fully dangerous. But like,
Sure,
you will cut yourself, baby girl. Do not. This is a weapon. Okay.
yeah. So I think we're gonna see Rainey, who is still 10, and I think, you know, for a lot of
Anyway.
the peoples of Thedas tend to get a little leggy when you hit 10. You know, it's when people tend to sprout. She's a little dwarf. So she's maybe there's an elongation to her that means that it's not like the little, like, still having a bit of the sort of like puppy fat. But she has been given some proper clothes that are suitable and for her age. You've managed to acquire a few of those in your time, maybe with a couple little pieces of leather armor that is appropriate for her size as well. Maybe not like a full thing, yeah, but like, you know, bits to protect the most in danger places. still has that strip of red fabric, however, that she fashioned herself with her bits of trying to pretend it was armor, and kind of wears it as a sort of belt now, holding this sword and looking at you with wide eyes, with like enough glee in them that lets you know, A, you might be in danger, and B, this is definitely your daughter.
Yep. All right.
Okay. Um,
Yeah.
do
Now
I
remember, you point that thing away from yourself, okay?
Okay, yeah. Duh.
Yeah.
Um, she says as she
Sorry.
moves it a little further away from herself.
Yeah.
Am I do I start like I'm gonna go in to hit you, or start with the to block the hit?
I think for now, I mean, if you see an opening, that's part of defending yourself, is finding those openings for sure.
Okay.
My goal is to teach you how to defend yourself. So I will be like, I'll come at you. To be clear, I don't have a real fucking sword in my hand. Just to be completely transparent, I
Yes,
think I have
understood.
like a stick. Like
Sure. Yeah.
no. I'm not about to whoopsie hurt my child.
Yeah.
I'm gonna, you know, not with my full strength, not with my full speed, but I'm gonna do the kind of moves that I would be doing if I were trying to get at you. And you're gonna try to block, try to dodge out of the way, try to hit me back if I overextend. Kind of the stuff we've been talking about. I know it's a lot, you know. We can also, if this is too soon, we can definitely
No, I'm good.
go back.
I'm
We
ready.
can do training dummies more.
I'm
We can,
ready.
Okay.
I'm ready.
All right.
And she like bows
And
because she thinks that's the thing she's meant to do. She's seen other people training. She's like, this is we yeah.
I bow back.
You're like, sure.
Yeah. All right. Why not?
Okay. I am gonna roll 3 dice without modifiers because she's 10. And in theory, she maybe has, if I was to actually build her a sheet, maybe she has some kind of modifier somewhere, but we'll just make it nice and fair.
She's just started, let's be real.
She just started. Yeah, but she's not gonna have a 0 and everything. She's gonna be a little dexterous. She's a little nimby. Yeah, she's a rogue in training.
A little bit.
She's been practicing how to do the hidey hide. 12 is pretty good, actually.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I think, where are you going to try to land your hit?
I don't know if I'm really trying to land the hit.
No, sure, but like there's I'm gonna come in for your booty. I'm gonna go for your shoulder.
Yeah,
I
think like center mass,
okay.
like just sort of like at her torso. Oh, this is such a weird thing to do.
I think with a 12, she's able to. It's not clean. But she does manage to connect with the stick, with the sword in her hand, and knocks it out of the way.
Hey,
12 is pretty good, yeah.
There we go. Yeah. Oh.
She's going in with some vigor now. Yeah, I think one thing I think you're gonna note with your daughter's style, and I think that is fair to say for a 12-year-old who's just starting this kind of training, and also the way that she lives her life and what her natural skills are. She's clearly got a bit of skill with some communication, because she can beautifully, calling it lying makes it sound like it's a very negative thing, but she can definitely talk her way into and out of a few situations. And
I I unfortunately am very aware of this
Yeah,
skill that my daughter has
and she's made
that
me
I
done
am
it a few times
completely
already.
helpless against. Yeah.
Yes. And she's clearly, soft of foot. She the way that she is defending against this, you're not seeing her coming in with wallops or any whammies with how she's hitting. Um, and that's either a sign that you're going to have to work on building up strength if that is what you wanted her to be fighting with, but it seems like she is quicker and able to kind of parry easier than she is to like, go in for any sort of like forceful attack with her sword. Um so yeah, she's doing okay. I think rolling a 12, there's a couple times where you're gonna clip her because you're just A, an audible, B, also like, you're talented. And she gets a little tired occasionally and will not think through something, and you're able to kind of, do a little boop. Not enough that it's gonna hurt her,
No, I will.
but enough to like have made contact so that,
Sure.
and I think, let me roll again for, not for her dex. Okay. I think you can see that when you do make contact, you can see her like recalibrating slightly. And so, okay, that happened. And like trying to then avoid that thing again. Like she's clearly learning from what you're doing, but her ability to defend them starts to slow down the longer you're training, just because
Right, 100%. It's
yeah.
like I don't care how small of
And
a
then
sword I gave her. She's 10 and it's a
sure,
metal blade.
yeah,
Like,
and if she makes an actual mistake, it could hurt one or both of you.
right.
But so although she is tiring, I think what you're gonna see is the thing that's tiring for her is that because she's trying her best to like learn from what you did and like recalibrate herself to try to avoid that mistake in the future, she's like mentally now starting to really overthink things, so you can tell that it's starting to scramble a little. But she's doing good.
Yeah. All right, all right.
Eventually, I feel like
let's
you're
call it
gonna
there.
get one, and she's
Yeah.
just gonna like buckle in half and just like be facing the dirt and go. Oh.
Okay. Well, amazing, amazing work. Let's get you some water. Let's
Okay,
take a breather.
my lips are dry.
Yeah. Yeah. No kidding.
Is it always
Just
thirsty work doing that?
yeah.
Or was I just breathing
Absolutely.
funny?
No, you are
Okay.
working up a sweat. You move around. Your quick little lightning feet. That's cardio. You know.
Cardio. Okay.
Yeah,
Did I do
it's
good?
all good. You did amazing, sweetheart.
Okay.
You are such a quick learner. You're so fast. Damn, I actually like had to, like speed up my attacks a little bit to give you actually a challenge. So that was, I'm proud of you. You're
Yeah.
not gonna make it easy for anybody, and I love that.
Yep. I will practice on that because you're strong and I'm fast,
Yeah,
which
yeah.
will win.
I don't know. I truly, it's a stylistic difference. I think either could in the right situation, But you've got speed and smarts. I'm just well, I'm pretty smart too. I don't know, but
You're very smart, though.
luckily we're on the same side in a real fight.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
you did amazing. Go. Let's get washed up and maybe ready for
Okay.
dinner.
Can I get some of the blueberry? That they've been making like the blueberry lemonade stuff. Like I will drink water because but like
Oh yeah. But as
it
long as you
tastes good.
don't finish it all, as long as you save me some this time, you can have as much as you want.
How much is some?
Like at least a cup full worth.
Okay, I will save you
Okay,
a cup.
sure. It can be the little cup. That's okay.
No, It's okay, I'll give you the big cup. And I'll have the rest of the jug.
Well, pace yourself. We'll see.
Yeah, I gotta pace yourself with that lemonade, she says as she walks in, like acting like a little old lady, and she stutters in.
Love this kid.
But she does genuinely, she saves you a cup of lemonade, and I think she knows she's like this. She started to figure out the people who live here, and as we speak about here, um, this building it's a big, beautiful ground estate. There's clearly Orlesian influence in the architecture for those who know what that means. So a little more essentially French looking. Um, uh, Probably an estate that was built when Orly, you know, had command over Ferelden, that awkward time of history. Um, but sprawling grounds. There's a main building, but there is also several buildings sort of on the estate. There are people who live in the smaller buildings. There's some that are specifically for training. In the large main building, there's a subfloor that isn't apparent if you were just looking at the building. That's where spell training goes on, so that it's not anything that is visual to the outside eye. And there's this area through the back, which is probably where you guys have been training. And there's a number of people who are staying here. Some are clearly members of the Swallows. There are a few people in one of the buildings at the side that are clearly those who have been rescued that are here for some respite, or just training themselves and learning in an environment that's safe. And little Rainy has been clocking into the people that live here and or work here, because there's this one caster she's made friends with because they know how to chill the drinks. So she makes sure she knows when you're coming because she's had this person popping by occasionally to make sure that your glass is like, so that the glass is frosty, or the cup, I guess, so it's like frosty cold, just to like, surprise you because she's like that. So she'll kind of like see you and then like you see her scampering and you're like, what is she? Because like that can mean a couple of things. Sometimes it's she's up to no good. Turns out she was scampering to this person to be like, quick, do it again. So that the drink is nice and cold when you go in.
Oh, thanks. You do not have to answer her beck and call. She's spoiled enough. But
I don't know what you're talking about. As they walk away,
thanks, sweetheart.
Very
Very kind.
big cup of lemonade.
I appreciate it.
Mm.
Hey, you know how proud of you I am?
Like this much?
No, even more.
Bigger? Oh, I only have little arms, mother.
Well, no, the thing is, we're dwarves, so none of our arms are gonna go big enough to show how proud of you I am. But
Okay.
like
Cass size?
like even Cass could get close, but
Okay.
not quite there. Yeah.
Size of the house.
Yeah.
I love there's like no
easy.
measurement. There is Cass's arms and the size of the house. There is no in between. Yeah.
I mean, that's real.
Well, I love you that much too.
Yeah.
I have done some drawings for you to send. You will have been in communication with home, and in that time, they probably got back to you with a, holy crap. And
Yeah.
also glad that you're safe. And do you need anything from us? And so you've been able to like now be in communique. And she will extend a stack of paper towards you. I've done some drawings for them. You send.
Okay, we're gonna need one of the big ravens for this one.
Technically, I've done a drawing for Dad too, but it is a wyvern who's done a very big smelly poo. But I think he'd find it funny, and also I think you would find that funny.
I definitely find it funny. Um, it's not it's not like doing a big poo on him, is it?
No, it's just
Okay,
done a big poo. And it looks
then
really proud with
he'll
itself, and its eyes look a little off. She shows you. It's great, honestly.
first of all, this is beautiful,
Uh-huh.
beautiful high art, and I really appreciate it. I think if I know your dad's sense of humor, he's gonna think this is very funny.
Yes. Um, if you look very closely, and she'll encourage you to hold it up to the light, and you saw that underneath the drawing of the poo, she's clearly written something, and you can try and like, I'm gonna ask you to to roll a perception roll. If you have something in perception you would like to add to it, then please do. If
Not
not,
even
just
a
straight
little
up,
bit.
not even a touch. We're just going flat. 11's
Oh,
okay. Um, now, um, you're not sure of the top part because she's clearly colored it in enough that it's unclear what the rest of it is. But you're pretty sure under the bottom end of the little stack of turd it says poo poo head. So you're not sure what the rest of it says, but she wrote something
hmm,
that ended in poo poo head and then colored over it to make a poo.
incredible. Hmm. Who's the who's the poo poo head?
It says, Mom thinks you're a poo poo head. But I colored it in
Well,
so that he won't know.
I'm very glad you blocked that off. He has redeeming qualities sometimes, occasionally,
Mm-hmm.
and
I think he would also find it funny.
yeah, I think so too.
And it's probably true.
Hey, he is not the worst person in the world.
Yeah, a poo
He
poo head's not
did
the worst person. A poo poo head's just like, you're a poo poo head, you know?
no, he can be a poo poo head, but I have to give him credit. He did get you out of the town where people were bullying you. I
Yeah.
gotta give him at least a little bit of credit for that. That was good. That was a
Yeah.
good move.
Yeah. Yeah.
And all my talk about getting you to safety, immediately putting you in danger. You know,
Well, you didn't
sorry about
know,
that.
but I guess maybe it's fine. I managed. It's life lessons. I
Yeah,
am learning about life.
yeah. Learn very, very quick.
Yeah.
Let's hope I don't run out of things to teach you anytime soon.
Hmm. Well, I do still need to speak to Oriana about teaching me how to like hide really good. You know,
Yeah,
like really good.
yeah.
Not for bad reasons.
You
It's for if
should.
I'm in
No,
danger, Mama, I will
right,
use it for keeping myself very safe.
right. I'm sure that's the only reason you'll use it for. But hey,
Well, I have to
any other
practice
reasons
it.
are worth that reason, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. Anytime I am using it, I am just trying to practice how to get myself to safety.
Okay. I will remember that.
Yes. Because I am a good little girl.
You are a good little girl.
Mm-hmm.
And hey, I know you're learning a lot of stuff right now and you're doing a great job, but I know you.
Mm.
If you are at any point struggling about something or not picking up something immediately, that is okay too.
Okay. Yeah.
These are big girl skills that you're just picking up. You're not going to be perfect at it. No one's perfect at it. It's hard. You're going to make mistakes.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah. Okay. But like I'm learning from the best. So she says it with like swagger that looks weird in a 10-year-old, but she's clearly trying some things out and drinks some lemonade.
Thank you, sweetie.
Yeah.
I'm doing the best I can.
Amazing. So as we pull away from our darling Kana, what chosen scene are we going to zoom into with baby girl Phelan.
I'm gonna need your help here a little bit, right?
Okay.
So I
Let's
want to tell
workshop some
you.
things.
Let's workshop some things. So
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna tell you. Okay,
Uh-huh.
Phelan, since he got here, bitch has been working. He is not taking a vacation.
Works hard for his money.
Works hard for his money. There's about a few things that I specifically have been wanting him to work on. He has been, since he got here, if they have some sort of library or access to getting books from somewhere, he has been reading medicine books, anatomical books, books about magic that he can find, anything about spirits that he can find, healing books, herb books, had like anything about in more the medicine field. And in tandem, he, if anybody gets hurt, if there's some sort of like infirmary here, he's been trying to help, been trying to train.
There is. So there's a section that is you will realize as you go, it's sort of like a teaching infirmary. So there is people who are coming in that are injured, either people who have similar positions to Cass that get hurt out of the job and come back and need healing. There's people who are rescued who come back who are needing healed up and just trying to like recover both physically and emotionally from what they've been through before they get able to go where they want. But a large part of who they're saving are also mages. And so although quite a lot of the healing is done in the sort of basement level, I suspect maybe that's where the infirmary is for this reason, because they do want to allow the mages to use magic for effective healing, but also learn how to do it in an environment that is safe. So doing it in this sort of like underneath basement level to this building, it has been important so that it's not, above ground. So yeah, you're gonna get the opportunity to practice alongside some people, maybe even pick up some things that you didn't know about before. And just kind of get to know that environment. Now that you're down here and we're seeing this area in a little more detail, you can tell from the way that the building up top has been built, the stones used, the architectural style. Not that, Phelan has a reason to know much about architectural style. You went from Dalish clan to Lothering. However,
how do they happen? They just pop up for all I know.
Yeah. However, it's clear that like the style of the building, the brickwork, the designs, the way that the windows are structured, when you go into this level, it was clearly built either at a different time, using a different means. It's hard to tell, but this perhaps was not here when this house was first built and has been installed for the purpose that it serves. So that's something of note. No windows down here, but that's okay because it keeps people safe.
That's better. Yeah.
Mr. Loki, now is not the time to be attention seeking.
So, I think maybe doing a scene there might be worth it. Since he's been focusing on a few other things too. If he's not here or studying, he has picked up. He's trying his best, to actually know how to use a dagger.
What scene do you want to play at?
I don't know. There's so much. I think maybe something in the infirmary would be good, because he has definitely been on a research journey. Probably has blabbed about it to Oriana, and they've just ranted about their hyperfixations at each other. He has been on a journey to learn just basic healing, like without magic, because he doesn't want to have to always rely on it in an emergency, but also incorporating his magic and learning healing magic into it.
Okay. So I think you're able to practice a couple things. Your version of healing through magic, to my mind, is both in the way that it's cast, in the intentions, in how you connect to the fade to do it, even down to things like what it looks like, smells like, feels like. Very heavily inspired by your Dalish upbringing. And what you're seeing here is something that quite literally is manifesting slightly differently. It's no less effective, right? The spell is the same, and in terms of game mechanics, same thing. But the people here are casting it with something that is pulling more from the type of fade connection that they have, maybe from like the way that lyrium can be infused to help facilitate that sort of thing. So even just the color might be slightly different, going from something a little more green hue to a little more blue hue, that sort of like bright electric blue. Even just down to like, I always picture, especially with my my Dalish elves, that healing almost has like a smell of aloe, you know, that sort of like healing herb. Whereas it's still technically herbal, but like that sort of like peppermint freshness, you know, that sort of like icy cool effect to the other style of healing. So it's different. You're able to kind of look and study both while you're here.
In the end, his magic is just gonna be Vicks Vapor Rub.
Yeah. Smash
just
both
slather
together
it all over
and
the
get
chest. You'll be fine.
It's that one trend of the two colors on your hand and you mix it together. What do you get? Vicks Vapor Rub. Can I ask you to roll me something here?
Yes.
Am I gonna get I'm gonna ask for a magic roll. You do not yet have a specialization in magic. What you're pulling in this moment would be connected to the spirit focus. You do not have that focus yet, but in learning
he's really
how to
focusing
heal
on
this
it
way,
right now.
hyper focusing, one might say.
Power of autism. Anything is possible.
It's true. Yeah, if we can get a magic roll for me.
Don't fuck me over.
Listen, if you focus it, when you're learning, you cannot expect to be good at it the first time, you know. But hey, look at that. 12 is fine.
Not bad.
I'm
fine
actually
at it. That's the first. That's one of the first few steps.
Yeah,
being fine at it.
One must learn to be fine. Yeah, you roll. Were you casting the spell in this moment? That would have been enough of a total to meet that spell power. With the 3 stunts here, I think in this moment, and you're sort of like alongside somebody else who's kind of talking you through how they do it. You watch them do it. You're now trying to do it with a patient. This is a human woman who has some physical damage. We don't have to go into the details, but basically old injury didn't set properly. What they're having to do is re-injure it essentially to then set it properly, right? We don't need to go into the details because lines of veils, but this is somebody who has deeper than just I cut myself and I must be healed, you know. There's something deeper going on here that requires this level of healing, and it involves emotional, which is why it's kind of tying to that spirit focus. I think in this moment, in learning how to do that and calling out to it, you feel yourself connecting with her pain, with a sorrow within her. And in this moment, you're kind of hearing, it's almost like a ringing in your ears, somewhere between like tinnitus and sort of like hearing something like spirituals, you know, not quite a voice, like, but like
almost like a chorus, but
tinnitus,
not really.
But it's like, you know, a spiritual experience, you know, of something within you that you felt before that you have allowed yourself to connect to in the past. It is nearby, and you can tell that your ability to feel her sorrow and her pain in this moment is this entity feeling that, connecting to it, and allowing you to connect to it through this spirit. And so I will say with those 3 stump points, you're able to heal this wound. So, you know, we do the damage to then reset. It's not a comfortable or, you know, it's definitely a painful experience. But in doing it, I'm gonna ask, because the answer could be no. Would you try to shut out this influence in this moment?
No. I think through his journey in the last few weeks, we're receiving that Holy Spirit,
Flow
baby.
through me, yeah. In that moment, you feel almost like it's imperceptible. It's there, but it's not there. Moving through your arms, moving through your intentions, moving into this person. You can tell that in that moment, you have soothed a wound within this person that wasn't physical. Doesn't mean all of it's gone, but it means that something that this person was carrying that was heavy and was painful and was sorrowful, you've created a little bit of balm on that just to ease that a little. And you know that you've done that. You see this person sighs with a relief. You see shoulders relax in a way that maybe is the first time in weeks that they've actually been able to relax their shoulders. We all know what that feeling feels like. And you can tell that you just did something there that goes beyond what you've been trained up to this point.
You said we could pick when we get a focus, right?
Yeah.
I'm not doing it to be funny, haha, it's in the beginning. I promise.
Uh-huh.
But I do feel like, and I'm not gonna be like, oh, I level up or anything, because we're not there yet.
Yeah.
But I do feel like this first time is, and it can just be soon, but I think this kind of starts unlocking that connection to spirit magic.
Yeah.
So it doesn't have to be this where I get the focus, but I think
it's opened up the chamber that will soon be filled with. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think this is definitely like a breaking point for him.
How do you feel in this moment? What are your top notes, emotions?
My top notes. My top notes are a little bit of aloe vera, a little bit of Vicks Vapor Rub. No. Oh, Vicks Vapor Rub for my Latinos out there. I think right now there is a sense of like calmness, but almost in the eye of a storm that is dissipating. Because with the way that he has interpreted this magic and the feeling of taking care of a wound that is not necessarily visible and is more connected to your emotions, it is a calmness that is surrounded by the emptiness that damage left behind in a way, if that makes sense. I think there is a strange calmness to him, not in a bad way. I think it's good, but he feels also like very connected, like they're both experiencing it with the patient. Faye's about to invent therapy.
Yeah. Hey, I've got my maid's speciality to be therapist.
Therapy.
What is a spirit healer if not a therapist?
But I think it's a calmness that's shared with the person after, it's like popping like a cracking a joint, like your fingers, after you've been using them a lot.
Sure. I wonder if and we've all had that moment where like we've been clenched, shoulders are up, jaw is clenched, and somebody's like, hey, unclench your jaw, and you didn't realize you were doing it. And when you like the immediate sense of relief when you just allow yourself to relax and you didn't realize how tight you'd been this whole time. I feel like in causing that to her, there's almost like a ricochet effect of being able to do that allows you then to mirror it, because what is autism if not mirroring the people you're around?
Yeah.
Hi, we both have
Don't worry.
what it feels like. To like also be like, oh, and take a slightly easier breath with a little less tension for the first time.
I think they both take like that breath together.
Yeah.
And not on purpose. It's not like he's like guiding her through it, but it's like anyone from the outside can kind of see it, that it kind of happens at the same time.
Yeah.
And he just looks at the patient, and I think the first thing he says, "How do you feel?"
Calm. And she looks confused because she was here having a wound healed, right? The sort of thing that was being healed physically there is a painful one. One does not often feel calm after that sort of thing, but she can't help but voice what you've asked her, because you didn't ask how's the wound, how's the pain. It was how do you feel? And yeah, she's just yeah, thank you.
Of course. Can you move it around a bit easier now?
Yeah, and there's a stiffness to something that hasn't been quite as it should for a long time. You know, the rest of your muscles sort of like tense and grow painful, protecting the thing that ultimately needs protected, even though it causes pain around about it. Going through it with like pain right now, everybody. We're just here working out. Session 1, Season 4. We're here to work out our own personal things. Between talking to your inner children and yeah. So you know, she does it, it's slow, it's a little stiff. She's protecting something that has been painful and realizing she can move it in a way she couldn't before. Yeah, I think it should be okay now. Thank you.
Of course.
For whatever you just did.
Of course. Just take it easy, and you know, takes a little bit to get back to normal. And if you need anything and I'm around, just let me know.
Yeah, thank you.
Of course. He does he does a smile, but it's kind of like a little like squeeze on like the forearm, nothing too like intimate, but I think he kind of has to kind of form that little like physical touch with that patient, because it is like an emotional connection that they just did without even realizing. But will kind of just leave so that they can kind of rest and sit with that and get ready for a new normal.
What's the dominant emotion you're feeling right now?
I think there is a pride, but also like because they realize that it's like the aha moment. It's like, okay, this is what I've been studying for. This is kind of like the purpose that I've been waiting for. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Little light bulb moment.
Yeah.
What are light bulbs?
What are light bulbs? Little candle flicker moment, you know? So I think he's also kind of been expecting it to be like this huge moment where he just realizes what his purpose in life is. But I think he just realized that it was the small moment in connecting with this patient that he's like, oh,
you know,
okay.
There's that feeling of cast adrift that he's had for a long time, and big emotional steps that we were taking in the last season, really, the last couple of seasons, where, you know, who am I and what am I and what is my life gonna be? What am I gonna be? So yeah, having a little moment of like, oh,
yeah. And I think he does go. He has this big journal that is just probably most of the way empty. It was full. It was empty when he started, but it's all of his notes and everything, and he kind of keeping track of like his progress and what he learns. And I think he writes about the experience and how a little bit emotional, but a little bit clinical as well.
Mhm.
To like be like, okay, this is what happened,
Mm-hmm.
and
Yeah. I think you can decompress, you can write it down. It's a way of processing things to write them out. And maybe just a little lost in the sauce of that. You're gonna feel a sudden sharp smack to your like upper arm with the flat of a blade. Marcus is just gonna go, "Hey nerd, you want to go fight?" And like, there's the hint of a smile. And when he's been around other people, when he's around most other people, even in the Swallows, usually does that strong silent, lets Adina do all the talking. You realize, you know, there's more to him beneath that surface, especially when he's not working. And not with people he's familiar with. So he calls you nerd, but you're aware that like it has just become his word for you.
Yeah.
And it's meant with some deal of affection.
If he did not care, he would not call me anything, first of all.
Sure.
He's just like Rowan, he's just like, sure. He's very confused at the moment because he was just lost in the sauce of spirit healing.
Do you need a minute?
No, I'm okay.
All right. Have you eaten?
Technically, yes.
Probably for the best. If I work you too hard, you might throw up.
Fair. Crackers and like water counts as food.
So. No. Jeez. Okay, I'll feed you afterwards. Come on. And he just turns, assuming that you're following him.
He's like closes the journal, puts it in his bag as he's walking.
Yeah. And I'd like to think the exact spot where we saw Kanan Rainey fighting is where you were brought to do some practice with your own fighting with blades. He's very much of the opinion that you both should have sharp weapons because, again, you gotta learn. And you're not a 10-year-old child, therefore. And you're like a mage and you can heal. So like if Iris get hurt, you can just
if
fix
you get
that,
hurt,
right?
you just fix it, right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, listen.
That's how that works.
It still hurts.
So out of curiosity, just before we jump to our third scene, can you please roll me, it's technically coming out of dexterity.
The only focus I have
for your light blades. Grenades. Yeah, you are not fighting with it. Would be a weird like bring a grenade to a knife fight kind of situation if that's what we
if it doing. Works, it works. That's all I'm saying, guys. I knew Tori would agree with me.
When 13 nobody got me, Torrens got me. 13, you know what? 13 pretty good. Serviceable. Yeah. He probably like has a few cheeky like just lets you know that,
Yeah, he keeps hitting me with the flat of the blade. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. It's just like little smack.
Dead.
Smack. Yeah. But I think you're able to hold your own. They've been practicing. Very good. All right. And then he will take you to feed you.
Oh, thank God.
But like he goes and he selects a plate full of food that he thinks is an appropriate amount of protein and fats, and make sure that you're actually fed.
Fair. Because if not, he would have just grabbed something and then kept reading.
Yeah.
He's definitely reading while eating.
Yeah. So maybe while Kana is there drinking your lemonade, you will see Marcus, who is often seen with Adina Brinswallow, leader of, has been, the three of them have been spending an awful lot of time together with Phelan, is just like stacking a plate of what looks like, you're like, yes, good, that's how much he should be eating, and then just hands the plate to Phelan.
Phelan takes it, he doesn't even look at it, he just starts eating. He's reading. Phelan.
Sipping your tea, watching from afar. I see you, baby girl.
Oh no, my steak is too juicy and my lobster too buttery. I have a strong, handsome man bringing me food.
Very good. Yes. Beautiful. We will go to our third character. What are we going to tune into for Oriana?
So slightly maybe surprising, Oriana has not been working this entire time.
Mm-hmm.
She is actually, I know, I won't be shocked. She honestly, I think most people have seen her without her armor, probably again for the first time in months, because she's fairly vigilant about wearing it, at all times. And I think her and her mother have been, and Franklin have been,
of course.
Yeah, of course. I don't think she'd get rid of him if she wanted to.
Her child
have actually been camping around the area and going on, similar trips that they did when she was younger.
Yeah,
10.
sure. What I will say, you are towards the north side of the Frostback Mountains on the sort of eastern flank of it. It's not a massively long walk to Orzammar, basically. So you are in an area for Eldon that is not necessarily seeing the blight, and so you have the choice of essentially going down the Lake Calenhad side, going along just the actual mountain range itself.
I think we're actually going up the mountain because I think specifically two things. Number one, she's trying to learn how to survive in winter because she's from a port town, so she doesn't really get snow. Like been in the mountain or been in the forest and everything, Brazilian forest. But number one, that. But number two, I think mostly just filling in with each other about their lives the last 10 years. And like really what happened. Yeah, I made myself cry, stop it. And so then honestly, I think she's trying to get to the highest point so that she can teach her mom about stars. So that it's away from lights. Yeah. It's, nice and snowy, so it's still bright. Like when the moonlight hits, when the moon hits
so close to Skyhold, yo.
I know.
I bet that place won't be important soon.
But yeah, and just talk about the excited things of what she's learned, not the horrible things.
Yeah. I think your mom will also have a lot of stories to tell.
And like catching up on, the people that they've known probably for millennia.
Yeah. You're able, like, while you're up there, there's a couple of nights where like you can see the night sky on a clear night, right? That's but there is a difference, and I don't know how many of you have experienced it before, where you're in an area where the sky is so clear and there's so little light pollution that it's like dazzling how much there is actually in the sky. I don't know that it's the case with Thetis, but I know that for our world, on the clearest of nights, you can actually see the edge of the Milky Way.
Yep, I was just about to say that. Like, I think we can see the dust that goes with it, and like, literally, from when I think it was like one of the first 5 episodes, we talked about the crystallarium. Yeah.
Yes, we did. You found a crystallarium.
Yeah, and I think that's essentially kind of what's happening.
Okay.
Info diving on like, oh, that's what Teventer named this
constellation.
Yeah. It's really, really this one from Elven blah blah. Yeah.
And I think it's I'm gonna connect a few things here.
Yes, please.
It's a moment that helps, I think, the pair of you recontextualize everything you've been through to realize just how big the world is and how small you are, and that isn't a thing to be scared of. That's almost a comfort, right? That like it makes things feel so much more manageable. There is a moment where it's a connective tissue, and I'm sure because our brains work the same. Hi, by the way, everybody, we're birthday twins, so our brains often quite literally do work the same. So I know that this is probably already connective tissue for you, but thinking with the things that Marlon can do with the way that he maps things, and that he's made this career out of drawing and detailing and exploring the world to a point that just fills in blanks for people, right? That sort of exploration and the way that that is sort of like contextualizing the whole world. And so sitting here and looking up at the sky, it's like, can you even imagine just mapping that out and filling in blanks and the way that the stories of this imagery and what it represents for people into winter, for the elves, for the dwarves, like layering on each of those cultural stories one on top of each other, and it's the same sky that everybody looks at, you know. And it's such a leveling thing to realize that everybody's looking up at the same moon, you know. And so that sort of vastness and the way that Oriana is and the life that you've led and what you used to hope for your future and maybe what you're hoping for your future now is perhaps building a little foundation that feels more secure than you have in a long time. It hasn't felt like there's a foundation there for a while. And maybe this one will actually take.
I think there's even a moment of just because the snow's so packed, you know, just like a moment of just, I think she even says to her mother, just, I think I've been running for 7 months straight. And just kind of crunching in the snow and seeing all the little prints. Like even Franklin's like little
his little hands.
His little handprints.
Yeah. I think also to add a bit of levity, because it absolutely would be your mum to do this first. Absolutely. She's like this massive bank of like snowdrift that looks so deep and so fluffy, and just immediately there's like, oh my god, and just falls into it.
No.
Immediately snow angels.
Just, your clothes are gonna get like, I think it literally is over. Like, your clothes are gonna be wet. We don't have anything. We're not okay.
Oh, come on.
I think
get wet
like,
anyway. Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
Just, like make his little cannonball in snow.
He does that thing when like cats jump into snow and then you don't see them for a while, and then like the head just pops up out of the snow. Because the other thing I was gonna layer is you're wanting to learn how to survive, and Franklin is a baby, you know, was a baby when you found him, but as he's starting to mature and you're letting him, you know, once they're away from whatever nest that they live in, they are starting to develop their independent skills, is that he is very good, especially when things are snow covered. It's essentially that little snout that they have that's a little closer to a pig than it is like guinea pig or another like rodent, is able to find fruits, berries, you know, mushrooms that would have been grown that have been covered by snow, that are being preserved by the snow, that will still be there when it thaws out, and is able to like find sources of food for you when you leave him to his own devices.
Oh my god! Like
that's what nugs do. Yeah.
Like, Franklin, that's so good. Good job, buddy.
Comes up, having found some berries, looks like a murder scene. You're like, oh, good.
And because they're basically hairless mole rats, like I think just, oh no, and like it's just using the cloak immediately to dry him off. Like, hey, buddy.
Like in that moment of like, we should probably go back. Our food resources are, you know, like, because you probably go back to restock a bit and then go up and then see how long
I think
you can
they've
survive.
done this multiple times.
Yeah, and then while you're up there, and even just like while you're thinking, all right, the stuff that we brought is starting to run low, we should probably head back. He's thinking, Tommy Grumbly, because he's getting a little bit of a hunch. He's been snacking a lot. He's a snacky boy. He goes to find his own food, and in doing so, you realize that should you ever need it, he is able to find food.
Aww. I think we're gonna try to like, all right, Franklin, I want you to go over here, like just go a few paces, like trying to teach him how to navigate underground. Like, can we use this later?
Sure. I am gonna ask you to roll for me.
Okay.
It's technically in communication because it's animal handling. It's animal handling, but this is Franklin. You've been with him a long time. He doesn't understand your words, but he can understand intentions. I'm gonna allow you to roll twice and take whatever the highest is.
Okay.
You know, it may still be pants, but you have been trying. Listen.
It's not terrible.
That's pretty good.
The second one was bad.
That was
The second one was super bad.
So bad, y'all. Oh no.
Oh my god.
Snake eyes. 12 is fine. 12 is great. And it's got 5 stun points. So yeah, he maybe is a little confused as to what you've sent him to do, but he goes where you asked him to go, looks around a little bit, picks up something he assumes that you wanted, it's just a stone, and comes back with it.
I'm heaping praise upon him.
Yeah.
Just oodles of praise. Like, probably can hear me down the mountain.
Goes on his haunches, has Pebble like a little beaver, and is like, was this what you wanted?
Such a good boy.
Yeah.
And just puts in the pocket. But yeah, essentially just trying to see, can he be used for surveillance at some point, or like navigation? I don't know.
Yeah,
that's the further idea.
We've
mostly just enjoying. Yeah.
We've gone to a first step of he went where you asked him to go, and you could see him going through his own simplistic thought process of why he was there, picked up something from that area and took it back to you. So was it exactly what you'd asked him to do? No, but that you could see that there was a connective tissue through the thought process of what you asked and him going and doing something and coming back to you.
Intelligent blinks. I'm like, got it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Franklin will remember this. Yeah.
That's him leveling up. Gain a point of intelligence.
We started at -7. We got a long way to go. But yes, just trying to find a new normal with Mom. Yeah.
I think what Oriana needed more than anyone else in coming here, like I posed at the start, there is preparing for dangers to come, and there is decompressing from what's happened. And the thing is, Oriana's always had a you ain't gotta get ready if you stay ready sort of approach to danger being around her.
I don't have to think about it. If I'm always in survival mode.
If I'm always anxious, my body's always telling me there's danger, even when there's not.
That's his foot, boy.
Yeah. So like, so you've been that ball of twitchy, nervous, head on swivel the whole time. Everywhere you guys met, every NPC you've met in the 3 seasons previous, every conversation, every fight that's happened, every betrayal, every revelation, you have always been so cautious and ready for that danger that really what was needed in these 2 weeks was decompressing from that. And so that is actually what your preparedness is for the future, is to get yourself to a state where you can just stand on steady ground for the first time in a long time.
And just think.
Yeah.
Doesn't have to be, strategic. Doesn't have to be anything else. Just, learn who my mother is now that I'm an adult. And learn who I am. Whoever the fuck that is.
Yes. Yeah.
But just
I think there's probably there are stories where your environment and the reason for it happening may be different, but the parallels for the way that your brains think about certain situations, the chosen actions in how to handle certain things, you can see that even though there's a distance and you've become an adult in a time that she wasn't around, but whether it was her lessons in teaching you when you were a child drilled it into you early, or whether it is that nature versus nurture, whether you just by your very nature are similar, it's clear that there's a similarity in your approach. She is perhaps a little more prone to let's go fuck him up a little quicker than you are. That doesn't mean that isn't ultimately what you both do, but
I feel like because there's certain stories you can't share with a kiddo, you know what I mean, until they're adults. And it's like, you won't believe this one. I think Oriana was like, there was one really creepy guy that came to the house, and like it was weird, and I didn't like him, blah blah. And I feel like that prompts her mom to tell her stories like, no, there was this one guy and I just stabbed him in the hand. Like, what? Like, just stories like that.
He thought he could lay his hand.
And I thought I could lay my knife in his hand.
There's stories. I think what's happened is that revelation that sometimes is an absolutely wonderful thing, and sometimes it's less wonderful depending on the scenario and the people. When you realize you are also an adult and you're speaking to your parent who is an adult and they're just a person.
They're just a person. Yeah.
And that realization for a lot of people can come with various things. And there's obviously a lot of baggage with you and your mother in the decision that was made and the guilt that she carries and what it led to happening with you. And obviously it's not a situation that either of you really could have helped or foreseen, but just having that moment of realizing she's just a person, and I think it allows for a closeness for the pair of you that goes beyond what you felt up till this point. It's an extra layer of closeness that we can get. Hey, listen, it wouldn't be a Blood and Lyrium season if there wasn't feelings about parents. Okay, I'm not gonna do
Hi.
it's
Just
something.
call me Debbie Downer.
Yeah. So,
yeah.
I can see it being an important, impactful thing. Question for you.
Answer.
A lot of your time is spent out and about and out in the wilds.
Mhm.
Where do you think Oriana's feelings are sitting currently with the swallows? Because going into the end of last season, there was Oriana still had a lot of things she was dealing with herself before she could consider something like that as a direction and looking at what, futures are. And
Yeah.
where do you think her thoughts are now?
If we had to give it like a temperature, it's definitely cold still. It's not warmed up. Not feeling like they are a danger to them. Otherwise, she would have never left the rest of the party there.
Sure.
Without, watching everything. But I think another goal of doing these trips with her mom, she's trying to see what her mom wants to do. Or she thought that her mom was safe in Pinstow, right? That kickstarted this whole thing.
Yeah.
And, where does she want to be? Essentially, Oriana's goal has always been get these people safe. Well, Kana, Phelan, Cass has already been here, but they seem to have settled in.
Yeah.
And, her mom's a bit of a spitfire. It's but she can't travel with the mom forever.
Yeah.
So I think that's kind of where it's because Oriana is learning what she might want to do versus what she thought she wanted to do, where does that now actually fit? So it's still cold because she hasn't really spent a lot of time with the swallows, but slightly warming up in the fact that they have given her provisions. They have taken care of her friends. They haven't done anything that hasn't matched their words yet.
Yeah. I think your mom is of two minds. Ultimately, knowing that you are safe and happy and doing what you want, important to her. Being ready and willing to be with you as long as you need her with you. If you just be we just need to live together and I want to that's just going to be a thing until I don't want that anymore. And if that's what you wanted, she is so down for that. She's listen, if you want us to find a little cabin and just live there for the rest of our days and just look at the stars every night, I'm here for it. But seeing and experiencing the level of injustice that you have and occasionally seeing the people that are brought to this estate, I think equally, if you have a purpose that you need to go and do and be right, I'm going to be an adult now and go and live my life now. If that's what you want, I think she'd be content staying at this estate because in her mind, there's still a guilt and a baggage that she has been carrying since the day she let you go. That she's not processed yet. And she understands how you feel, that you've had the conversation. She knows that the things that she couldn't help and couldn't foresee, whatever. But the guilt, it's a difficult thing to just put that aside. And so she wasn't able to be the protective mother that you needed. I feel like we should have been doing this in character now because this would have had a big
Yeah, I was
impact.
like, you want to jump in because I'm ready to jump in.
I'm ready to jump in. Okay,
Okay.
okay. So,
I think this is probably one of their last nights before they start going off and back to the Swallows. And every once in a while, not all the time, but she'll have seen Oriana just writing in a book, just making notes and like little drawings that are bad. But I think she's kind of just sits by her and nudges her a little bit and just, Mom.
Yeah.
I know we have to go back soon, but
yeah.
I think I'm gonna leave soon. I don't know. I don't know what any of the others want to do. I haven't talked to any of them, but
okay.
Because they're well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Honestly, I'm really impressed by Rainy. I can't wait to show how to shoot a bow properly, but watching her swing that metal thing is very fun.
It's delightful.
Really yeah.
And she's good at it, you know, for her.
She is good.
Yeah. I don't know if I'd have trusted you with a sharp weapon at that age, but you know,
I mean,
clearly
did.
Well,
they were smaller. Like
they were yeah, I guess, yeah. Wow.
And I think she's like just flips with the knife real quick.
Yeah.
Just, it's fine.
Teaching your daughters how to use that when they need it is never a bad thing.
I never regretted any part of that part. That was great.
Good.
Yeah, no, that was wonderful. But I don't know. Now that we've actually been in the snow, which kind of liking, not gonna lie, I miss the forest. But things aren't done yet. And I don't know if they want to go with me or not, but like Mom, I don't know.
Okay.
I don't want to stab anybody anymore, which is good, but they can't just keep doing things.
Some people need to be stabbed.
Mom,
I'm not saying that people need to be killed. Like, I'm not going to go that far, but like occasionally, you know, if somebody comes at you and they're trying to attack you and they're trying to kill you.
No, I agree. Yeah. There's a moment. There's a switch, right? But
yeah.
But
I understand what you're saying, and I think that's good. I think I'll always be ready to watch your back, stand at your front, stab people that you're not ready to stab if you need me to. And if you need me ever to go anywhere or do anything, I'm here. But I think...
Go ahead.
Seeing the people that they bring in and knowing that they've been through things, a lot of them far worse than what we went through. I was not able to be your protective mama bear when you needed that the most. And that's gonna sit with me till the end of my days. And so if some of these people being brought here, particularly those that are young, and a lot of them look like they could use a protective mama bear in their corner while they're here. And so if I can make some amends with myself in being able to do that for others who need it, I'd consider that a good use of my time while you're off finding interesting things to write in a book.
Yeah.
And occasionally maybe stabbing people when they need it.
Not preemptively, right? Yeah, gotta give it 5 seconds at least. Think about it. Yeah, I was gonna say they could probably use you.
Yeah,
Not
like
that
I can't
couldn't, but
heal. There is very little I can teach people, but if those people just need someone giving them a hug and being
I was gonna say,
ready
she's
to
been like like shaking. You know how you're trying to be patient with something?
Yeah,
and you're
yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Just,
And she'll pull you in, yeah, and she'll give you the sort of that big squeeze, the slight bone crunching squeeze. And I've said this a few times when I've described her hugs to you specifically, when it feels like you're falling apart a little and somebody holds you tight enough to feel like the bits aren't going to float away. And she says some of them are really gonna need this.
yeah.
And also the knowledge that if it's needed, someone will rip the throat out of someone if they came after them, you know. Not that I think it'll ever happen here, but just
I mean, one could hope. Not in a horrible way, but stress relieving way. And I think, frankly, cats and dogs, when they want to get in on something, they kind of nudge their face in.
Yeah. He's like, he's managed to make his way to your hood, and then it's like going over your hood to get over the shoulder to try and work his way down
the little
into
baby fingers
the middle.
are just,
Yeah. He's like, can I just lay down in the middle between the two?
Yeah.
Just like on his back.
Just like, perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think. I mean, please go with me sometimes.
Oh,
I don't know if this is
as
my home base.
soon as you need me, I will be there with bells on, and maybe I'll find somewhere and I'll be like, you know what? See that hut over there? That's what I want. But
yeah.
I think for the time being, I know how scared I was just with what we went through on that boat, and the thought of these people coming here having experienced anything even close to that, a lot of the times it's so much worse. I can't even imagine.
No, it's not good. And yeah, I don't really know how I'm going to do the things I want to do, but I feel like I have to be incredibly more cautious. But
you have a level of determination and go-gettemness that, like, whatever it is that you want, you have the strength to achieve it. You just gotta do it now.
Yeah. And honestly, you can teach them a lot more than just giving hugs and clawing out throat, okay? Like, we had to make money somehow, okay?
Yeah.
It's not like those plants only grow, well, actually, whatever.
I'll do what I can. I don't know that I have it in me to go out and do what the rest of them do, where they go and do that side of things is.
Plus, they're gonna need other people that can teach them to be quick and everything. So
some people have never been taught how to mend a sock, and it's a really important life skill. So
honestly, it really is.
Yeah.
But
okay. And she just cups the side of your face, kisses your forehead.
I think she makes that
she's
noise.
like, oh, okay, yeah.
The only person she makes horrible noises
yeah. I'm glad we had a good talk.
I think there's like one moment she got like and like pushes herself away, just and like grabs her hair. You know how you kind of like grab people's hair when you're talking to them, just. And whenever you decide that you want to do something, just let me know, and I'll come back, and I'll do it with you. Just like it's bad. Just
the two of you making noises now. Yeah, it's like it's clear there's some communication happening. Yeah.
So yeah.
Okay.
If we keep crying, it's gonna freeze on her face. Keep wiping faces.
Franklin is like, salty.
Oh, stop it. I think it's just been a roller coaster of that for the last few weeks.
But there's a little bit of assurance knowing that there's somewhere that she can be, not only just to be safe, but to be useful and feel good about what she's doing.
Yeah, and Oriana's gotta grow up. So
yeah,
she does.
Okay.
So anyway, Just heard down the mountain.
Yeah, and as the weeping happens on the way down the hill, it's perfect time for us to take a break, everybody. We're at our
Thank
halfway
you.
point. After the break, we're gonna see what Cass has been up to.
Saving the best for last.
Yeah, and then we're gonna pull everyone together. So we'll see you in about 10 minutes. Go stretch your legs, drink some water, be kind to yourselves and others. Please, thank you. Bye. Hi, everybody. Titties. I hope you're all doing well. I hope you took a little break. Breaks are important and needed. Stretching leggies, bio breaks, etc. Also, hydration is important. I only did one of those things and hydrated myself, but that was my choice, and I'm an adult. We are back at it again. We have been tuning in with our characters in this little 2-week break that they've had. Some have used it to train and get good. Others have used it to just decompress and chill the fuck out. Very much needed respite. We have our last character to tune in with, Cass. What scene are we doing with her?
Well, Cass initially was like, I have annual leave. I have to take my PTO. It's time to take my holiday from work.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, Cass really enjoys her job. So what happened was she took like 2 days of annual leave. Sus a friend from the Swallows. They had a little catch up.
Yeah.
She got a little makeover about it. It's very cute.
Yeah.
And then they inevitably started talking about work, and now Cass has a side quest that she's taken herself on.
True.
Because God forbid she sits still for more than like 3 seconds.
Yeah, God forbid a woman takes a break,
Yeah, she's so incapable.
I think what would be cute is that we've made our decision. We're having a little chit chat about it. I think it would be fun if like during the scene of like putting the last little like sealant on the caps and
yes,
fixing up the horns. Do you want to talk through the style choices that Cass decided to do? You know when you go on holiday and you come back with like that one braid thing in the hair.
yeah,
you know that
it's
very
did
that,
right?
Yeah.
Like it really is. Like she went to the seaside for her hysteria and came back
and there's shells in her hair.
Her hair.
Like... Yeah.
Who amongst us hasn't been there? Yeah, Cass has like a little calico vibe to her hair now. It's like white, blonde, red, black underneath. It's very chic, but also hung out with a little canary pal of hers, and they did some horn maintenance together. And isn't that lovely?
Yes. Misha's gonna be like, and sometimes when you're traveling with people long enough who just don't understand the horn thing, and they, and like having the proper balms to apply to it, because like it gets like itchy, and there's like that tension, and
right, and like when you don't chase them down for ages, and then you're sleeping and you can't sleep on your side because you're stabbing yourself in the face with it, and then you can't sleep on your back because then you've got a crick in your neck, and it's like, what do you want me to do? Lay in my stomach, please. I can't handle that.
And like, so this is Misha. Misha, who is a fellow Canary. Not quite as tall as you, and she's definitely of a slighter build. She has that sort of like stone gray to her color, like a light slate, one might describe it as. And her horns come up and like curve around to the front. She has a metal cap on her left-hand side that has it's like emerald for her. She loves a touch of green. She has the tattoo of like, it's like a beak at her nose and then wings on her forehead, which those who, if you know, it's a sign of being a swallow. And she likes colorful eye makeup, often green to match the horn, and then uses a little bit of war paint because you got to keep in touch with your culture, girl. And she likes gold at her cheeks because it complements the gray and the green, and then like a sort of like black pattern around her neck.
This is why Cass came to Misha. The color coordination.
Yeah, you're like, you understand the story. Yeah.
Like I'm changing my color story for the season. We have to kind of lock in on that.
New year, new you, girl. Like,
So a lot of like Cass's blue tones have been swapped out for the reds and the blacks, and honestly, it kind of gives the sense of she's locking in for like a new battle. Like she's like, oh,
Yeah.
okay, I'm gear changing for my life. Like
Yep.
it's time to switch this up.
Yeah,
I've
yeah,
been
yeah.
I've
It's
been
like
working
the
a
new
very
skin
sort
of
of
yeah.
yeah, I've been working sort of very pacifist role of like, yes, there is violence, but you know, but this feels a lot more proactive. So
Yeah. And I like to think, and I'm about to expose a type of nerd that I am not actually, but I know some of like the deep lore of like the way the orcs work in Warhammer. Sorry to be that guy. Where like if you paint it red, it goes faster. Like
yes, it
color,
kind of does.
yeah, like color, like and it's like because they believe it, it's actually true. So
Mhm.
I'd like to think that Canary operate under that assumption of like, you know,
Yeah.
there's a certain color for a certain type of thing. Um, and the paint that she's used to like essentially the stuff that's used to dye your hair is the same that's on your skin.
Mhm.
And it's something that like the other races can't wear because it's kind of a little poisonous to them, but you're like, make it burn. I love it.
Love it.
Um,
It's fine. Like
yeah. So she had finished the hair. She's just doing the finishing touches of the horn, gives it a look over. Amazing.
delightful. Thank you. Thank you
They're
for
gonna
that.
love it when you go back.
I think it's gonna be really fun. Like I enjoy
Yeah.
going back, having like a little gear shift, a little vibe change, see how that
Mhm.
goes.
Mhm. Mhm. Mhm.
But yeah, I mean,
Do you think we're gonna be able to convince some people to come and like help us with the
I mean, you know how the souls are like. None of us can stop working, so someone will
Yeah.
come. I'm sure
It's a
some.
problem.
Yeah, I know, but I suppose if there's any job where you're committed to doing it all the time, this is a pretty good one.
Yeah, that's
Um,
true.
I don't know. I can ask around. I'm sure some people would want to come. I mean, who wouldn't want to come hang around the beach for a bit? I'm not saying it'll be
Right.
a fun time, but like at least it'll be like sunny.
Yeah, and like I love home base, okay? It's got a great
Yeah.
vibe. Um, the energies feel great. Seeing the mountains, inspirational. But like the food's still Ferelden. And occasionally,
Yeah.
like, you know, someone will be in and they'll be like, hey, I brought some stuff, we've been away. And we like to contribute ingredients, and there's sometimes somebody behind the wheel who like, you know, does something that has like seasoning. But not always, you know?
Yeah.
Whereas I
No,
feel like
yeah. It's a get what you
where
get
this like
situation.
the selling point, it's gonna be warmer, the food's gonna be actually seasoned,
Right.
the
Like
clothing is great.
the work is always what the work is, and sometimes that's sad and hard. But at least it'll be sunny and you'll get seasoned food.
Yeah.
So it's like, well, if I have to choose, it's
Like
like
sun, decent cocktails, um, street food, like the food, especially when you get to like the port towns, and also like there's somebody who deserves to get got, and there's people
we
who may need
love getting those
rescuing.
people.
We love
So
getting those people. Yeah.
I mean, frankly, it sounds like a win-win.
Yeah.
Um, how much do we have on them? Is it a complicated one? Is it a in and out?
Yeah, so
Uh,
have name. We have some firsthand accounts from people who
okay.
know people who got hired. They were told this is, you know, great place to go, and then family don't hear from them again. So we need to
Nice.
like it sounds like I don't know exactly, but it sounds like it's one of these operations that we need to go and
Yeah, it's
unravel.
like a basically a sure thing, even if it's not like a sure thing.
Like something's clearly up, and like if just the worst of it is that they're just working very hard and they're told they're not allowed to communicate with home, like fair enough, we've gone, we saw, we peeped it, and like
Yeah, I mean, still mean let people talk to their people, but at
yeah,
least it's not like quite
one
as sinister.
mm-hmm. And once we get in, you know, like doing a little bit of information gathering, and then once we like, you know, you get that the tip off, this like the tip off,
Mm.
then yeah, we can act on it.
Okay.
So we can bring it to the powers that be.
Yeah. I
um
mean, yeah, you know me. I can't help myself.
mhm.
It'll be nice. It'll be nice to get out again.
Yeah.
I understand I've only been staying still for like 2 days, but
That's a
I'm
lot
bored.
for
I'm kind of
you.
bored.
That's a lot.
I know.
2 days is,
Like,
yeah, that's good. That's, better than
thank you.
normal.
I'm working
Yeah.
on it. I think like I figured it's like day by day. They're gonna keep forcing me to
And
take
like
the time off because I keep recurring it, and they're like, "Well, you need to take it." And I'm like, "I don't." I'm
technically the
alright.
days spent traveling is also days off.
Oh, that's so true. I've never exploited this before. Why have I not been exploiting that?
Yeah.
Oh,
And it doesn't
that's so
always
smart.
feel like a holiday,
No, but
but
at least I would use up the time. Get a Dina off my back a little bit about it.
yeah.
Work-life balance.
And if all goes to plan and anyone who deserves it gets a punch to the taint,
Yes.
anybody who needs it gets rescued and liberated. Happy days. And then we can take a few days of intentional downtime holiday in a
Okay.
place that like deserves that.
Yeah, yeah. At least it would feel like a holiday. I could lie on the beach. I could go in the sea.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
once
Okay.
technically got a couple of days off in Higher, and it did not feel like a holiday.
No, it wouldn't. Not there. What's the point? Like,
No.
what a waste of a couple of days holiday, man.
Yeah, there's like a couple people staring at me, and I was like,
Mm-hmm.
and like, how like if I apply myself, I can look scary, and then they get scared and
Yeah,
run away.
I love
But
when you
like,
do that. It's
I'm not
great.
actually that scary. Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
but yeah, sometimes you gotta put on the mean face so that people stay away from you. I get
Yeah.
it.
Yep.
I mean,
It's
my
difficult
benefit
because I
comes
do it and then
like,
sure.
yeah, like people don't really need to like look at my face. They kind of just like get the, and I'm like,
They'll get so far up and then they see like the hilt of the very large weapon and then they're like,
and they're
oh,
like, that's enough. Actually,
yeah.
we'll just leave.
That's taller than I am, so
Yeah,
I guess we're
and
good.
that's a bigger weapon than I have, so I guess I'll just like keep a distance. And I'm like, great, please do it. I don't have the social battery to talk to you about it, so
And like
I appreciate it.
sometimes I know that like we're just little sweethearts really. I don't
You're
really
a sweetheart. I'm
You
whatever.
are
I'm just
too.
kidding.
You are.
Stop.
But and sometimes it's like, please don't be scared of me, actually. I'm not scared.
It
I'm a
hurts
lovely
my
person.
feelings.
And it hurts,
I'm
right?
just
It
trying my
does.
best.
But then there's the times where you're like, oh, you're scared of me. Oh,
Great, please do me.
this is great. Please continue.
Yeah, it's a double-edged sword. Sometimes I'm very grateful for it. Sometimes I'm like, oh, I'm a bit sad about that one. I'm sorry to
Yeah.
scare you.
Yeah. Hey ho.
Hey, it
You got to take both sides of the coin, I suppose.
Yeah. What about you? What other side projects are you doing? Sure, worse than me for that. At least I just do the work. You have like 4 other irons in the fire at any other point.
Sure.
Uh-huh.
Not much. This one's kind of been pulling focus. I was helping to escort some people to their well, 2 were to their places of residence, and then the third one we were just finding them somewhere that was secure. And like I knew a guy, how like we just know people
You know
like
a guy
that.
who knows a guy who has
Yeah,
a place.
yeah. And I was like, sympathetic, we'll give you a place to lay low until it's time to like go and figure out what you want from life. And they wanted to be somewhere that was warmer, and I was like, you need to go north.
Yeah.
But not like too far north, because if you go north like into the Anderfells, then it's like
You've gone too far. Maybe we like
it's a little bleak. Yeah. It's a little bleak there.
Yeah.
Interesting though. Dramatic geography.
If that's your thing.
Really Weishaupt is like,
dramatic.
yeah, if you're into like really big imposing buildings, like wow, wowzers.
Love that for you. That's a wonderful place to be.
Have you seen
peaceful,
Weishaupt?
warm,
Have you ever been? That's how they say it, by the way. I thought it was Weishaupt, and they were like, it's fine. It makes
of course it is. Why would they say it the way it is spelled? That would be silly. From like a distance, I don't think I've been up close, but like even then, it's like
impressive.
They've got a lot going on there. They've really committed to the aesthetic, and I have to respect that. If nothing else.
They were like, we just want Darkspawn to see this building and they'll be scared, and it's like, I don't think that's how Darkspawn work, but pop off, I guess.
Don't think it's how it works. Like,
yeah,
I love the energy, but I just think maybe you're kind of just scaring everyone else, which like,
there's a bravado to the Grey Wardens that like into it,
into it, but also again, kind of bleak. kind of bleak.
Yeah.
Like, I get it. I understand why they're kind of bleak, but like, oof.
Sure. They're just so committed to their cause.
Yeah.
I find that kind of
But
hot.
you would. You would.
Yeah, well.
But you can be committed to a cause without it being like a
We're committed to
whole
our
deal.
cause. Yeah.
Yeah.
But we also, yeah. We're
We
allowed to
still have
take
some
holidays.
joy and whimsy.
I don't know that they're allowed to take holidays. Do you know if they can take holidays? Can you just like have like I need paid time off as a Grey
I
Warden?
don't know. What would you do with it as a Grey Warden? Like,
I don't know.
with all the like love in my heart, what did they do except be a Grey Warden?
We should find someone like ask.
We should ask that. I don't know if they'll have
Yeah.
any in Ravine. Will they? I don't know. Are they all
Maybe.
kind of like,
I don't know. Does Ravine have Grey Wardens?
I don't know. I don't think I've ever seen any, but then like I try
Yeah.
not to. I'm usually
Not
busy when I'm there.
my area of expertise, I'm afraid.
Yeah. We should find them.
We should find out. And then if we find them and like they don't get to have a holiday and it's like kind of their whole deal, we're like, I can teach you how to relax, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, you would. And also, they should unionize. Someone teach the Grey Wardens about a union.
Unionize. Yes.
If I have to teach the Grey Wardens about a union, I will. Because, like, it's not great out there if you're not.
That would be like a great life goal. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know why I'm rolling my
If
hair.
I-
I've turned into Alexis Rose, apparently. That's just where we are. It's Alexis Rose as a Kunari. We're committing to it.
So beautiful. Like, if and when I eventually retire from doing this, maybe I'll just go and teach the Grey Wardens about a union, because it'll probably take that long for them to figure it out.
You teach them how to unionize, I'll teach them the power of massage, and we're great. I'll be like, you know what?
And I think it
Take
would make
the armor
them better.
off. We gotta like
yeah.
soak the feet. We gotta like like do they
I
do
think
healthy
that would maybe
diet?
fix them. Like, they would probably have a better time of it.
Because like what they have to deal with is like really serious stuff.
It's really sad sometimes, yeah.
Like start a book club.
That would be nice.
Maybe they do book club. That feels like something that they'd do, you know.
Yeah, like surely there's a library in that big building. Like,
Yeah.
probably.
Now I'm just
quite
getting really
bleak
sad about Grey
books.
Wardens. For things.
For things. They have such a hard life.
Yeah.
Someone free the Grey Wardens, I guess. I don't know.
Well,
Not
there
my
is a
job right
blight
now,
going on
but-
right now, so like maybe
maybe not right
maybe
now.
they like
Maybe-
stick to what they're doing
yeah.
right now.
Yeah, actually, you know what? They're doing great work. They
Fight
should
the
do
good
that
fight.
first. But
Yeah.
after that, we should talk about like ways to make their lives easier.
Yeah. Yes. We're going back to
Watching
Ferelden. We
Torrent
will
just
absolutely
shaking
find
her
we
head.
will find Grey
God.
Wardens there. There's gonna be Grey Wardens. They're gonna be very busy.
They are. And rightly so. They're doing great things.
This is
Couldn't-
maybe not the
couldn't
time
be
to
for
tell
me.
them you should unionize and start a book club. They're fighting a blight.
Yeah, no,
okay.
that's more important.
Yeah, I'm reframing my
And in
thought
future-
process.
in
We'll wait until
future,
after.
We'll put it in the list of things to do in the future.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. You know, there's anti-Ving oil wrestling. Have you heard of it?
I've heard of it. Are you
Okay.
going to teach the Grey Wardens about Antivan oil wrestling?
Yes.
Okay, great. Love that. Feel
Because it's
that
like
really get
physical
a lot of the
activity.
aggression.
Yeah, but it's like
uh-huh.
sport. It's a bit of fun. It's great to
Yeah.
watch.
There's a lot of competitiveness.
little
Yeah,
gay.
okay, I see
It's
the
just
message. I get it.
Everybody's getting to in each other's taints. We're talking about the taint.
Yeah, exactly.
Punching
Right.
taints, defeating the taint, grabbing
Yep.
the taint.
Beautiful.
Taint.
I mean,
Can I
feels
say
like
it again?
very easy.
Okay.
Go on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just think it's
Feels
really
like
funny
very
that that's what they
easy.
call it, you know.
I know. They've made choices, and I think it's proof that they take everything very seriously, and that's
Yeah.
good for their job. But also,
Maybe it's like a
little bit of
canary
whimsy.
like colloquialism, that word. Like maybe that's not
oh,
maybe they
I
don't call
hadn't
that
thought
that.
of that.
Yeah, maybe that's
Oh.
just us. And
maybe
we're like,
that's just
oh, that's
us."
awkward that you call it that because like for us it's the
And they just
gooch,
don't
you know.
get it, and they're like, "What do
Yeah.
you mean it's awkward?" Oh, I have a lot of explaining to do to a lot of people. Then I fear.
Yeah, we were like, it's so funny. What do you mean, Tate? And then they're like, I don't understand the reference. Yeah.
Yeah, they're like, "What do you mean it's funny? This is really serious." And I'm like, oh no, I think I've
He's so
Hmm.
right, Bestie. Maybe we shouldn't make light of the situation.
Yeah, maybe not. At least not to their faces. At least we get it.
Yeah. I can't take it seriously hearing Duncan tell you that you have to master the taint in the game when you're
No, it's
drinking it,
way
and I'm
too
like,
funny.
stop,
You
you
know,
can't.
they could have thought about that for the years that they made that game. Just saying.
Yeah,
But
you
they've
must
not.
master the taint.
Uh,
Duncan, I hate to
Like, we
maybe
love you,
need to use
Duncan,
that
but come
word.
on. Writers,
Yeah.
what'd you do to him? All right.
Yeah, you did that to my boy Duncan. Speaking of Ravine, very famous Ravine, everybody. Okay. Yeah, so needless to say, there's a bit of transport back. Some fun will be had while you're traveling. You know, you stop off at ports. Like anytime you get to a port, you'd be like, "We're just gonna take 5 minutes," and you go and like, you know, get some street food, have a little run around, root around for some fun little bargains you can get in the little stalls, and then get back on the boat.
Thrift shopping in the port towns, delightful.
Yeah.
Great
And
little holiday.
it's going from places to the north that, for the time being, warm. It's like technically cold for them, but still much warmer than Ferelden at the moment. Getting back to it's actually difficult once you get through into like the waking sea. There is a lot of people moving from one into the other and scattering from the blight. The seriousness of the actual situation happens, and I think you see that switch in Misha from like the way that she talks about things to like seeing people in need, and that's when you see the real Misha, who is immediately going in. She is when they see people trying to like move around a port who are struggling to walk, she goes to help carry or lift or take people's things. She's the kind of person that you know would give clothes off her back, food off her plate, like giving to other people is kind of a big thing for her. And she's very compassionate, and she has a demeanor that when she's speaking with people that have been through some things, she's so insightful and caring when she's handling those conversations that it's a little disarming for them. And she can give a little bit of comfort to people when there's very little other things to comfort them. So as you start to hit the places along the coastline there, you know, this other side to Misha comes out. She has to be careful in how she handles herself and the sort of help she can give out, because she, like some other people in your organization, has a little secret that there's certain types of people she can't get a little too close to.
I
But
think it's like we've probably done this sort of run before, so it becomes that sort of like passing of the torch, like, oh, this feels risky for you, let me go and help over here, you head over this. So it's sort of, as we're traveling, we start to like move back into that sort of push and pull of like, oh, I'm gonna go over here, and then, oh, hold on, let me take over here, and you can see that sort of fluidity and how we sort of start to orbit each other and be like, oh, okay, let me tap in here so that you can.
And there's people who've worked together for a long time with each other, especially in the type of job that you have, it becomes that unspoken, like you can just hand something to someone or just look at them and you know what they need or what you need to do without necessarily needing to verbalize anymore, because you sync in with each other for that sort of thing, and you know what things to rely on each other for.
And we both kind of instinctively know when to, like, we've been having a fun time, we're having a good laugh, and then it's like almost
Work
in the
mode.
same moment it's like, oh, there we go, let's drop back into this. And it's probably really interesting to see it happen, because like that there's no like verbal communication, there's no discussion about it, it's just, oh, we both know that this is what's needed now.
You found that like for some reason the people that seem either that she does her best work with or who come to appreciate her the most is like really old women for some reason. Like your little old women who normally can be very fussy about how they want to be looked after or handled, and there's just something about her demeanor that like immediately they're like, oh, okay, and she's just got a way of speaking to them that's like showing respect and knowing when to offer support and when not to, and wait to be asked, you know. So there's like this really nice little sync up.
Injuring pride
Yeah.
or ego
But eventually the ship will move to a part where it's a little lighter in terms of people trying to leave when you get through to Jader. Jader is where you would then stop off and then do the rest through on foot. And you're able to walk down and towards the mountain range of the Frostback Mountains and to the familiar site of home. You may be, again, just because of the nature of the pair of you, you are able to find a cart that is willing to kind of let you hitch a ride on as well, to take part of that journey as well. But you are able to make it home. I believe one person has a bet on here about where you feel Bex would go first when first arriving. There is no right or wrong answer here, but I know one person feels like they know the right answer.
Interesting. Where does Cass go as she first arrives? What's her priority? I mean, firstly, I think make sure Misha gets in safe is like right, because again, that unspoken like partnership thing of we lock in, we take care of each other, we make sure we're both good. Okay, now we can peel off our separate ways. I think now I'm like
trying to preemptively get
I know, I'm like, what are people betting on? So I'm like, I'm trying not to preemptively guess. I think, and it's honestly actually maybe quite left field for her. I think Cass hits the library first.
Interesting, yeah.
My money was on mess hall.
Yeah, she was like, she gonna come get food first. Yeah.
So valid. Actually, potentially maybe does a little stuff off, but like does like a to-go plate on the way out. It's like, I'm not sitting, I have things to do. But goes to the library and is both like, okay, it's been a hot second since I've been in Ravine, let me check in, see what's going on, have a little read. But it's kind of just like exploring, I think. She's been thinking a lot about like where she's going, what she's doing. And she loves her work and her job, but she's like, right, there are pieces in play that are changing around me, and historically that has been a thing that has surprised Cass before, is like this idea that things can happen to her rather than her doing things. So she's like, okay, time to prepare myself for this and see what sort of agency I can keep in this sort of role. So yeah, is trying to just arm herself with knowledge going forward to what she's doing.
Yeah. So I will ask you to roll something in cunning. I don't see a focus there. I also see you have twos and things without the word. Let me click on.
There is a rye 2 in cunning that has nothing attached to it that I have not been able to get rid of.
Yeah, because it's got a tab where it's got the 2, but there's not a word for it. You should have more focuses than you currently have. We can deal with that later. You can roll cunning. You do have a feature, however. I read that. Where you get to use some player knowledge.
Yes.
To help out as something that you've learned throughout whilst reading. So, make a roll. Because you're in your organization's library that you're familiar with, I'll allow you to roll twice and take the higher, because knowing how this library works, you don't have to do the research of pouring through and trying to find the right book. This is a library that you're familiar with.
Just an 11.
Yeah, this is an 11.
Books.
What I will say is, you, Cass, well, you, Bex, probably know some things about Ravine that isn't necessarily going to give a lot of context for what you're potentially going to be doing there, but please tell us what information you have found out about Ravine.
Yeah, it's sort of like background. So yeah, I think a lot of it is like, yeah, she loves a bit of a joke, but like prep for, okay, if we are doing a sort of operation here, like main towns, main port towns, do we have any allied places there that might, like allied taverns, whatever, that we can use as bases, that we can use as surveillance hubs, things like that. And then a little on the name that Misha gave her, just to see like, okay, economically, politically, where does he fit in? How stable is this?
Yeah, and I think he's the one that you're not able to find anything on, which
So it's like,
reflects
oh,
the
okay.
11.
Which I think also is,
Um,
to Cass is like, oh, well, that says something in itself, even though it's quite likely she's just not great at looking for it. But
sure.
she's decided, no, this means something instead.
Yeah, Misha did bring to you that he's somebody who intentionally, and I'm happy to like divulge more of this if and when you and Misha bring this job to everybody. That he maybe is an unknown person, and that's kind of the point.
Yes.
In terms of what you do find in Dersmond when you first land, that's not ultimately where you're going to be going, but
No.
there is it's kind of like a tavern, kind of like an inn, kind of like there's a few other things that run out of this place that is tied to the Lords of Fortune, and they often actively work with you guys. The nature of your work and what it is that you there we go. Canal has magically appeared. Uh Nothing about the work that the Lords of Fortune do and what you do necessarily overlaps very often, but like everything about their moral grounds would actively support an organization like the Swallows.
And a lot
So
of the, like,
when they can help, they'll help.
practicalities of their work is probably quite useful to us. Like,
yes. So
they
there's a
will
little
have,
bit
like,
of
smuggler ways and things
yes,
that might
and
be helpful for us.
if they know you're going into this place and you're going to dismantle and get rid of this person, and they're like, you know what house is about to be very empty and very fit for plundering,
like,
of things that were probably wrongfully acquired. Yeah. They've probably got stuff that needs liberated, and you're going to help the people that need liberated. Maybe we can work together. Yeah. But yeah, so you know that like landing there first and touching base with people who are local and know the area, like that's a place where you're going to be able to go and stay without any fuss. Because again, your two organizations tend to, you know, the predator handshake with each other.
Yes.
But it's just two very well jewelried hands.
I think also, like, Cass is a little bit like, oh, I would quite like to go to Ravine, because, like, it's that thing of, it would be nice to be somewhere where people don't look at you like you're strange.
Yeah. And I think,
you know,
one thing that I think Bex will know that I'm happy for Cass to know going into this is that it is generally speaking fairly mage friendly.
Yes.
And there's no real prejudice towards groups in terms of a social or cultural thing. Like it's a very open-minded place.
I think that's like a huge draw. Like Cass is like, I would quite like to do a job at Ravine because the job will still be hard, but a lot of the like background noise that I think she is very constantly aware of is lessened there. Of like, well, I don't need to worry about being a canary. I don't need to worry about my mages that are with me. I don't need to, like, it's a bit less busy in terms of threat assessment at all times.
Very good. Afterwards, Misha's maybe like, hey, I'm gonna go to like my spot, unpack, say hi to a few people, meet you at mealtime. We know that Phelan and Kana are in that area, and Oriana will be coming to the compound to meet with people. So, to set up our group scene, we can have maybe Cass coming downstairs because you've probably got a room in the upstairs part of the house. Maybe even with Misha, you can kind of coordinate to like meet up before you go to catch your meal together. You'll see Kana's already there with Rainy. Phelan is already there being fed. And Oriana is arriving to see where her friends are. And we can kind of have that sort of like little nexus of everybody coming to a group scene.
Yay. Oriana's jacket has fur that they got in Orlais before, you know? And I think it's just, you know, that snow crust on it, just like
shake it off like a dog.
Yeah, it's coming back from school. Sorry. Takes off jacket. And yeah, just unarmored for once.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to think. I think it's maybe a little not strange because obviously we've all been here for a little bit now, but it's probably still a little disconcerting to see how different Cass is with the people that she has clearly known for a long time. Like, she comes down the stairs with Misha and is like loud and laughing and like boisterous in a way that she's not been so much with the party, because you could tell that she's still very like not reserved but trying to be like, I am not a threat to you, I am just here to help, blah blah blah. And she's in work mode with the party still, and then she comes down like, and you're like, oh, there's like the party aspect of Cass of like, you can tell
She's
that
a yapper.
yeah, you could tell that she could like put away many pints of ale and is like, will yap for you at you for as long as you like, and like you can hear her coming down the stairs. Like, not a subtle woman by any means. But it's very happy to see everyone all wave across the room.
Misha's going to look at who you're waving and not needing any context. Just waves at you all. With a smile.
That's my other job. The little
I was like,
party
oh, the people. Oh.
Yeah.
Hi, everyone. Hi, new friends.
This is Misha.
Hey. Hey, Misha.
Hi.
You changed up your whole deal?
Yeah, I'm playing with the new color theme, I think.
Okay. Yeah, suit you.
Thank you.
It's definitely someone very talented did that for you.
Someone very talented. Yeah.
I like the colors in your hair.
Can't imagine.
Thank you.
Do you guys want to sit?
Yeah.
I'll get a drink. I'll be right back. Do y'all need anything?
If they have pineapple juice, that would be amazing. They don't always, so
yeah.
If they do, you should try some. It's great.
Will do. Could use it. Honestly, warm. Anything warm.
Yeah.
Maybe they have a hot toddy or something. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I brought in some pineapples and I was like, juice this right now. It goes really nice with gammon though. Like, if you've never tried it before.
Right now.
It does. You're so right for that.
We need that clip. Kate, where are you? Juice this right now.
I think Cass will kind of like look at the benches, assess the space, and then just go and just like squish into like a space that is almost definitely too small. But it's like, it's fine.
She's like, if we bookend, we'll be fine. We'll balance it out. Yeah.
Shoulders squished up, like this is fine.
She like settles in next to Phelan. Hi.
Hi. I like the gold on your face.
Thank you.
It goes with the green and
yeah, color strikes are really important, and like different colors can like invite certain things into your life, you know.
This is why I went to Michelle to redesign the whole vibe. I needed someone who knew what they were talking about. Yeah,
it's like the message that you send out into the world.
I'm giggling because Oriana Returns is literally just brown, green, and like off white. Like,
and that's a story that you're telling.
Yep. Okay. Just slide drinks over and just kind of sit with the reserve, like, here we go. Okay. Mentally return back to the woods. Like, it was so peaceful.
Yeah.
How are we doing? Everyone.
Doing good. How are you doing? Never seen you outside of armor before.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, it's like you're naked.
Ew.
No, that would be sending a particular message out to the world. Be like, hey, I'm here for dinner, and also the titties are out.
No. I think blushes a little bit. No, that's not.
Sorry, is that too much? I don't know you well enough to make those jokes.
No.
I'm sorry.
Okay. It's fine.
Okay.
I feel like that's more of a me move than an Oriana move.
I mean, there was on the boat and like looks at Rainy like, never mind. I'm assuming Rainy's still here, right?
Sure.
I was assuming she wasn't still here.
Okay, never mind.
Yeah. She's away with Oriana's
Looks for
mom.
Rainy. Like,
Yeah.
well, there was that time on the boat, so
There's maybe like a
No.
period of evening,
Hey.
like after an evening meal, where Rainy has to do like a reading session with your mom, where your mom like sits and reads with her and like slowly
Aw.
makes the books more complicated just to kind of elevate her reading.
well, wait. She can't read.
Hmm.
Car
Who?
can't
Her
read.
mom?
Canonically,
Oh.
we made it where Car can't. But you know
Well-
what? Maybe they're learning together.
They're learning together.
They're learning together.
Yeah.
That's
Like
even
Rainy, if
cuter.
you teach me, then you'll understand it better. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, so or we'll complete the thought of like I think stops in the middle and goes, okay, no tiny 10-year-olds. There was that time on the boat without the first boat, not the one that we got, captured on.
I mean, yeah, that was behind closed doors, though.
What happens on the boat
Didn't
stays on the boat, am I right?
Come out.
Many such
She was
cases.
pretty.
We've all been there.
I was trying to
She was
compliment.
pretty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a good thing.
No,
I'm just saying I don't have that talent. Okay.
Wow, you guys are really
Talent.
interesting.
Okay. Anyway, I was on the mountain with my mom. We were looking at stars. It
Oh.
was really pretty. Yeah. It's really
That
nice.
sounds so
out.
nice.
It was. It was real cold, but it was fine. But I think she might be staying here. I don't know what we want to do, but yeah. Like I don't mind teaching Rainy. I mean, I think we'll be back for a little while. I can't talk.
That's all good.
So-
She's been real excited for sneak around practice. She has already threatened me with becoming better at that.
I promise I will not teach her to steal things. Okay, like we'll just.
I didn't even think of that.
Oh, I didn't say it.
Yeah, please don't. I mean, I guess unless it's for self-defense somehow, like.
Well, that's usually like the follow through, right? Like, oh, don't sneak around and like that's not what most people think. Is
I
that
just
a me
meant
thing?
hide from danger, you know.
Yes, that is the logical next step. So I will teach her to obfuscate and run away quietly. I promise.
So glad I'm trusting you with this. Yeah.
Okay, I'm sure it'll be fine. I mean, don't get me
Yeah,
wrong. We might
probably. steal
steal a few things just to test that it worked, but nothing like bad. I promise. Well, but how do you know you got away? It's not like we're being chased every day.
Yeah.
I'll figure it out. I'll come up with better ones.
Oh yeah, sometimes I've learned that I should just stop talking.
No, it's fine. I got it. Yeah.
And that's what we call character growth, everybody.
Yeah.
Season 4 arc.
We have matured.
I
only
learned
took
a
4
filter can
seasons.
be good sometimes.
I learned sometimes it's not our turn to keep talking.
Yeah. Anyway, what is there anything we want to do, or we just? I mean, it's nice here.
I mean, I've been studying here, so I'm here as long as I can, to be honest.
Yeah, I'm
Been like
not.
inhaling food and just like looks up and is like, I'm probably gonna go to Ravane. Nisha brought some things to my attention. I quite like Ravane.
Yeah. Picture it. People needing saved. Asshole needing taint punched. Not that kind of taint, the other taint. Is that a Canary word?
Is that a thing?
We'll
didn't
circle back. We'll
think
circle
about
back. Picture also food well seasoned. Weather warmer. Fashion colorful.
it.
People
Peaches, sandy.
diverse and friendly.
Mhm.
Like, and the level of friendly that you're acceptable interacting with.
The people who
Everyone has a
you know,
sliding scale. of
aren't gonna be
friendliness.
weird about Canary, about
What about
mages.
mages? Yeah.
Yeah.
Friendly for mages. Can
Yes.
confirm. Phelan, you're getting
Yeah,
vibes.
you're
She's
real-
getting vibes. She's not bringing up. She's assuming you're just one of the mages that they acquire.
Real quick, can I do
Yeah.
like an
You're
insight
not
check
wrong.
when she said mages acquired, like the way she said it?
Yeah.
It piqued me. I'm sorry, you got me. I
Yeah.
was like,
Yeah. Yeah.
"What's going
Yeah.
on here? What do you mean? Perception, right?
Perception.
21 with 6 stunt points, baby.
Yeah, the way that she says it was very much like a personal experience. They're cool with mages.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I won't say anything.
And
but
like,
there-
but and she says it in a way where it's not even like you have to drill down and she's trying to hide it. There's a level of confidence and comfort because she's in her home where
Yeah.
she knows mages are okay. And so she's practicing her right to be part of what she is.
real quick, can I look at the roleplay stunts for a second? I
Yeah,
haven't actually used these at all. Sorry.
please do.
I will utilize 4 of those for Tower of Will. Your
Mhm.
success gives you a sense of your own brilliance and strength of character. For the rest of the current role-playing exchange, you gain a +1 bonus to any opposed test, or an opponent tries to put you in an emotional disadvantage, etc., etc.
Mhm.
I don't know. I don't think it'll come up, but just in case.
Yeah, you're just like, yeah, got a little sense of
I have now
self
learned a little bit about
strength
you.
and yeah.
Yeah.
If anyone wants to, because the answer can be no, my character has no reason to, but if anybody wants to roll, it's cultural lore, it's in cunning if you don't have cultural lore.
Yes, please.
About a little
research.
extra detail to her pride in this.
Or heraldry, but I don't think either of those apply actually.
Not unless you'd had a reason to roll for what I'm assuming you, the player, know what you know.
Have
Yeah.
historical lore.
I failed
maybe
so hard.
Wow.
Oh wait.
Wow.
Would not
Damn.
have done
Oh.
worse.
That hurts
Yeah.
me. I mean, honestly, still
Wow.
not bad for +4, but goddamn, that's horrible. All right, sorry, continue.
Ow,
I'm assuming engineering and enchantment both don't apply to this
no.
role.
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
Phelan,
It's okay if it doesn't.
historical.
That's
No, I think
personal. It's fine.
it's well, you'll have some connection to at least understanding mages to have maybe
Mhm.
learned of
I am one,
something that
that's
is
true.
kind of technical. It's a little more cultural, but it's also historical in that, like, you know, it's something that has been a thing for a while. Canal rolled amazing though. Even if there's no reason why, you maybe have just heard someone in a tavern
20
talking about
with
something.
5 stop points. I
Wow.
know everything. I've lived in the library these past 2 weeks.
Yes, yeah. Hands you the link to the the lore page.
You know, you can just
know
say
it all.
it.
For various reasons and to varying levels of degree, cannot you know that much like dwarves don't have mages because fade things. Elves, culturally, depending on where they're from, have certain viewpoints to mages. You maybe have an awareness of the Avar because occasionally the Avar and the dwarves will trade. That they have a viewpoint to mages that's actually positive. Interesting. I don't think you know the full extent of it, but a 17 and a 4 stump point, not having had a reason to necessarily, well, actually, Kirkwall reasons. Not yet Kirkwall reasons. It's later in the timeline that this shit happens. That Canary mages are very rarely seen. You've never really encountered or seen one before, and you know that that's surely for a reason. The exact reason maybe eludes you, but like you know enough. That's something that not everybody on the street is going to know that, right? Because it's not something they ever have to think about. But you at least know that part. They're very rare, to the point that like some people just don't think it's a thing that exists. Phelan, however, as was dubbed by Marcus, is a nerd. And reads a lot of books and loves learning about
They don't
magic.
have a lot of books in the clans, and once he was out, he was like, I can read this stuff.
Walked into a library, turns into Belfron's Beauty and the Beast.
As Belle coded.
Yes, he is. He is baby girl. He's a Disney princess. So you've done your reading. You know, with the 20 and the 5-point stunt. So 20, you know that they do have mages. It's just that they treat them like creatures, beasts of burden, controlled, seen as absolute less than. Like it's bad. It's real bad situation. They have like there's like people who are like mages might invite demons and they're dangerous and we should put them in a circle. And then there's the canary, and your 5 stump points is you know that they chain their hands to their waist, they stitch their mouths shut, they cover their eyes so they can never see. and they use them as weapons. So like the 5 stomp point is the oh.
Ooh.
So seeing this woman
yeah.
across from you with confidence and pride and comfort in knowing she's in a safe space and being able to just like can confirm they're cool with mages, you understand the layers of complexity of how much pride it must take to
Yeah.
sit there as a Canary mage and be like, I'm proud, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He doesn't say anything because it's not his thing to bring up anyway. But I
Mhm.
think he still has a book in one hand and eating with the other.
Mhm.
His face has been stuck in a book if he wasn't been talked to or is talking.
Mm.
But like many people with like ADHD or autism, I multitask. It's fine.
Mhm. Mhm.
And if I hyper focus, but he does take a moment and kind of look at her and like listens to her and just a smile.
Mhm.
It's like, okay, I believe you.
Mhm. 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 So, um, we're potentially looking for people who like want to come help with the situation. It's information gathering at first, and then potentially doing what we do. And I don't know if you guys are here because you're taking respite, if you're taking training. Like it's an invitation, not a request. If that makes sense.
Yeah, you
Like
don't
we're not
have to
demanding
go.
it. Yeah. It's just
I'm just historically very bad at sitting still, and I have had like 3 whole days of it, and I'm bored. So,
Well, what's the situation? Or do we have to say yes before we like get the information?
no. Um, gain some information from some people who were trying to get in touch with family members that they were no longer able to contact because they went, and we believe that they are potentially gone the way of the people that we rescue and save. I don't talk too loudly about those details when we're here in public because some people are sitting here and it's like that's a difficult thing for them to hear and talk about. But like I think you guys understand the process enough to know that what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
If you need me to go into detail, like I can, but there's people
I'll do
that
it.
need saving. Potentially. We need to get like
potentially, we don't know for sure, but
yeah, we've got like I've
Pecker.
got accounts. Yeah, we've got accounts from people with concerns. We've got information on this guy who like is in a place where he knows his sort of business isn't going to be regulated.
Yeah, I'll do it.
Mm.
Fast.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
So
it's sunny over there,
yeah,
it is sunny over
The-
there. That is a huge draw, have to admit.
and they're cool
Did
with
make the
mages,
beach
which
sound
should be
nice.
cool to experience and not have to hide.
even if it's just because I don't know if you guys are here like this cause sounds good and we'd like to help if that's the case. There's different ways of helping, and some people aren't comfortable with the going in and dealing with the situation. They'd be more comfortable in the we need to gather information first, and so maybe it's the information gathering that your skill sets lean towards.
If you want to come along, you don't have to do like the whole thing with us. Like, if you want to just come do like part of it and then like go hang out on the beach while we finish up, that's fine too. Like, it's no pressure. It's just what if you'd like to and if you want to be involved.
Yeah, what they said.
Question: how are you getting there? Ravain's really far north from well, north. I'm like trying to recall a map, like east.
Boat.
Like it's
Yeah.
yeah.
Probably, yeah.
I mean, okay.
Is that
No, I just assume
Okay.
we're gonna go like we're not walking because walking would take us forever.
no?
And it sounds like this needs to be a speedy thing, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I realized I didn't give you
abject horror and both Cass and Misha being like, no, we're not walking.
walking.
No.
Walking.
That would
Yeah.
take so long.
I realize I haven't given you guys the pictures of Misha. Apologies,
I
audience.
mean, yeah, it's helping people and it's sunny, so I feel like that was obvious.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Yeah,
that was for me. It was
No,
my situation.
yeah, I'm down to help. Um, Feels like I mean, maybe got ahead of myself trying to put down roots here, but I don't want to leave you go off on your own. It's not how we do things.
Yeah, I sometimes see it as like, you can still put down the roots and feel secure in those roots being here, because I know I do. And then occasionally, you have to be the branch that reaches out really far to just like swat at a fucker and then come back again.
Yeah.
You know?
She has such a way with words, but she's not. But she's not wrong. I think for most of us, it's like we settle, we put in base, and then occasionally have to go and have a little trip, come back
And the
swat at
place,
a fucker, if you will.
yeah. There's a place that we often stay at when we first land in Ravane that's like run by the Lords of Fortune, and it's like real comfy, cozy, real happy, fun vibes. If you're into partying, there's a place to party. If you're into quiet room, they have like a little room that's intentionally for people who just want to go in for quiet time and like maybe like
They
smoke
have
or just have a
quiet
reader.
room.
Yeah. Yeah. I keep saying that we should. I mean, we have like we have quiet rooms here, technically speaking, but like a tavern slash inn slash, what they need it to be that has a quiet room. Love it.
Yeah, that's very.
It was like,
I
that's
enjoy
been
it.
an option this entire time.
No one told me.
I didn't know what to tell me.
The vibes. It's a snug. I'm told it's a snug. That's what you call them. Little pockets of. Yeah. Can we
No,
circle
I get
back?
it.
Is taint a Kunari word? We
Oh.
asking for a
We
friend.
had this debate. We weren't sure.
Yeah.
No, it well, at least in common it exists, like trade tongue.
Okay.
But
Great.
I don't know what you're talking. What do you mean?
it
Like the bit of the
So-
gooch between the bits in your butt.
Like when you go
Uh-huh.
under.
Oh, well.
Oh yeah, we've got that one too. Yeah,
Okay.
I just
we
wanted someone
just
to have to say
refer
it out
to
loud.
Yeah,
with the
because
dark spawn blood
yeah,
thing.
Oh,
like,
yeah,
and it's
that's
like,
why we were like,
they have the taint, and
why
they
do we
say it's so
call it this?
serious, and it's such a serious thing, and like I want to be worried and like listen to their story seriously, but also I'm like taint, you know?
I mean, it is kind of
Yeah.
a death sentence and a bad
Yeah, and
one.
like it's a very
And like
serious issue.
Like, there's
the
no
words
cure.
also, like if you put like a bit of poo into a meal, you have tainted the meal. Like it does stand alone as a word for like polluting something, right? So like it does
Well-
exist as another word, but then I guess
Well, that's why they called it that.
Yes,
because
exactly.
with
So,
bloodstream.
okay,
Yeah.
I was just making sure that it wasn't like just Kunari who called that part.
Yeah, but
Oh,
it seems like
you
it's
know.
not.
Because like if
This
I'm
is
like
sure the
hee hee
most
ha
I've
ha,
ever thought about the etymology of the word before. But
yeah,
yeah, no, we
Yeah,
loves
you can't-
etymology.
we think it's
great.
funny too. I don't.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
okay.
Oh yeah.
Like it's a very serious thing. We're all very worried. It's just I wish
Yeah.
they would
Yeah, of
call it
course.
something that wasn't that.
Hey, Humbler.
Yeah,
Can I roll a research roll to see if I know the etymology of taint in
a
Ferelden?
1,000,000%.
Yes. This is important, y'all.
Yeah.
It is.
Why did
21,
nobody
baby.
see that? Yeah,
I will
you
now
know the root
hyper-focus
of
at
all of
you.
the yeah.
Of all the uses of taint in the last
Because
400 years.
ultimately, that area gets called the taint because it's like, if you're walking around and it gets soupy, so like that,
Mm.
there's roots
Did you have to
in
use soupy?
yes,
It's
because
horrible.
because when we talk about like something being tainted and polluted and dirty, I had to make sure I used the correct word for us all to be like,
You know,
okay,
I
I
was gonna
understand what. Okay,
say,
I get it.
like
I
tainted
get it.
blood is viscous, but I don't think that actually makes it any better now that I think about
No,
it.
we don't need.
Yeah,
no.
that's worse.
It's worse. But now we see that even the funny haha he point actually has an etymological root in dirty,
Yeah.
polluted. It does
Yeah,
have
it
the
does.
same. Yeah.
It makes sense. It's just also
Hee-hee-hee.
sometimes it makes it very unserious to have these conversations. It's like,
Hee-hee-hee.
oh, this is
Punch
such a
them in the
serious
taint.
thing, but
I feel
also
I'm
like-
just picturing.
Mm.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead. No.
I was just picturing the meme of the two buff arms shaking hands, and it's like personal hygiene defeating the dark spawn, clearing out the taint.
Clearing out the
Yeah.
taint. Yeah. Somebody go make that, please.
Yeah, I think
Um,
Oriana just has done a way too deep dive. Like, it was first used in Tevinter and moved down into Ferelden, and then blah, blah, blah. It came way
Yeah.
of merchants. Yeah.
Yeah. Great. I'm glad that we like worked that out. I was just a little concerned that like I was being insensitive by finding it funny and like trying to restrain the laughter in something that is really serious, and like, I didn't want to.
Yeah, I don't think people, at least around here, are going to laugh first. I think they're going to freak out that you're dying
Sure.
and that they should get away from you.
And in that moment, it's going to be furthest from my mind. It's just like later when you reflect and you're like, you know,
Like
it was actually a little
retroactively,
weird
when
when
you're
you,
like
yeah,
talking about it. Yeah.
I think they're gonna be horrified first, but
yeah.
it's gonna take a while.
Let's
feel
just like
like
slowly just talk about it's the blight and it's blighted and you're working against the blight and the blight being in the blood and the blight being in the, you know, and we can kind of like reform the whole concept for
We
that.
can
Well,
fix
maybe
this, yeah.
we can just say tainted blood, you know, change the lexicon.
Tainted,
blood, not
yeah, because
Yeah.
like if somebody said something was tainted, I wouldn't, my brain wouldn't go there. You're so
Yeah,
right.
I wouldn't
You're
think
smart.
of body parts. Thanks.
I love that. That's really
I feel
clever.
like Phelan and Marcus are just in the corner watching their entire thought process happening.
Yeah.
Cass is just
Anyway.
like, I love my bimbo friend. This is delightful.
Like,
Yeah. And I will say, or there's maybe like initially a reaction of somebody saying like that's you're so smart. To some people you might be like, is that being said in a but like she's so genuine in how she's communicating with people, you know that like it's a very genuine like it was
Yeah,
a compliment, a
with the
wholehearted,
perception-
full guts. Yeah.
I feel
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah. You're
Oriana's got a
reading this one-
good read on her.
Yeah,
just she's
she's-
not malicious.
No,
Or,
she is
yeah.
open, she is honest, she's proud in who she is. She doesn't feel awkward about anything about herself. And she doesn't feel that anyone else should feel awkward about whatever they are in their presence, even when you're talking about Taint.
Yeah.
She's an
Especially
incredibly
when you're talking
genuine
about
person.
Taint.
Yeah. So her being like, you're so smart, like I love that for you. Like it was a very genuine compliment.
Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Question.
Yeah.
That I think is important. If we do go with you to Urbane, do we need to be like part of the Swallows, or are we just not told things because of that? You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to impose and be like, you must tell us everything.
Fred, no. I was gonna say girl, no. Can I just confirm, is that a word you're comfortable with? Like, you
Oh,
know, it's always
that's
worthwhile
fine.
checking. Some
Yeah,
people
no,
just
that's
use
fine.
things willy-nilly and don't check first. Okay, cool. Like, girl, no, you're fine. You can come with. As long as you're willing to like work towards what we're doing. You know, and you don't like have to even take part, but just, you know, being supportive of and not
Yeah.
trying to hinder. If you just want to come for the
Right.
season food, like come
I'll
for the season
just stay
food.
on the boat and go, yeah, you got this.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can't blame you for that.
Go to the quiet
also-
room.
Really quiet cheering.
We wouldn't
Yeah.
we wouldn't have invited you if you weren't able to come along. Like if it was really like top secret and you couldn't know, like unless you were
Yeah.
all in, committed, whatever, all of those scary things, then we just wouldn't have mentioned it.
Yeah, if we weren't willing to share the information and the ins and outs of what we're doing with you, you wouldn't be here in this building right now. You know? The people who are in this building right now are like, you've been cleared, you're good.
I know. I just mean like organizations. Sometimes they have levels of you know,
Yes.
like you're here, so you
And
get
you're
to
so
know
right for
everything,
checking,
yeah.
because like, yeah, you don't want to like get into something and then be like, oops, I just like
And
signed
now you
myself up
lose
for
your
something that,
firstborn.
yeah,
Like,
yeah,
what?
yeah.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
it's not that.
So
It's
okay.
a flat hierarchy system, it's fine.
Yeah, we just need the second born. Sorry.
We'll
We
make
do not
I
need
don't-
any of your children.
Yeah, I just sometimes I crack jokes and I'm like, you know, some people take things very literally and I should check first. So like, I'm sorry if anyone's that way inclined. I was just joshing.
I think for the first time at the table, the other two see Oriana laugh. Like genuinely, just it kind of
Yeah.
erupts a little bit. Like, yeah, okay. Don't take any babies, please.
You're
we
really
did.
nice.
Oh, thank you. That's really sweet of you to say.
Well, if Phelan's going, and obviously cannot because you just
Oh,
said that.
yeah.
Then sure.
Well, I do have one condition if I'm gonna go. I gotta know what the motivation behind shifting to red was. Like you said, that's supposed to speak to something.
Oh,
I gotta
it's,
know why red. Why?
It's a color story.
That's my very serious condition for. this
Sure.
mission.
I think like I did a lot of blues before, and I think I did a lot of blues when I like first got here because you kind of agreed it's more like a settling feeling, right? And I kind of was like, I was doing the thing that you were trying to do, right? Of like putting the roots down and figuring it out. I'm good. We're going. I have things to do. Red is a
Red is
driving color, we
fast.
call it.
Yes, it's a let's fucking go. You know,
Yeah. it's
let's
kind of
fucking
that.
go.
So
Red.
I'm looking in. I'm going. There's things that need done,
Alright.
and I think it's time for me to step up and get them done.
Mhm,
So red.
mhm.
You look good.
I respect it.
Rar.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, I'm in.
Yay.
Let's fucking go.
Let's fucking go. Feel free to, like, if you want to, like, work on your own color stories, like, if that's something that interests you, happy to talk about it, because, like, what you put out into the world is what you're inviting in.
It's very good at a color
Green
story.
is sometimes prosperity, but it's a success color. You know, I'm looking to, like, invite in
Also the
success
gold,
in what we're
like,
doing.
that's why the
And
gold
the gold,
goes with
yeah.
it.
Mm-hmm.
It makes it like a whole thing.
And we're touching base with the Lords of Fortune, and I always like tickling their fancy, and they're all about the gold and success and prosperity. So I'm like,
They're called the Lords of Fortune, so that makes sense.
yes.
Well, exactly. That's what it says in the tin.
Kind of be like, you know,
Yes.
we're the Lords of Poverty. Don't like gold. That we can't. Yeah. Okay.
The way they do it's like actually surprisingly ethical. I don't know how much you know about them, but if you haven't, I'm sure they would love to like
Can I do a little
talk about what they
report?
are. Yeah,
Let's talk about it.
absolutely.
Cunning.
Yeah.
Okay.
Summer and cunning, if you have a focus that you feel would apply, because there's a few actually.
I have heraldry right now, but probably not. So 14.
Yeah. 14's pretty good. I think you like
Honestly,
stories.
I feel like they would have fucked Bryce over too, because I feel like Bryce would have traded with them or traded around them.
Yeah. So I think the in that I might give you, and I'll say that because you know the stories, and it's up to you with 14, maybe you would know her name. Its kind of origin story was an armada of ships that some would accuse of piracy. They would consider it just high seas swashbuckling, and decided to settle. Some still do that side of the lifestyle. Others are, they often will go into ruins and liberate if it's something that feels cultural. You hear stories that they'll give it to the culture that it's from and then keep the money. How much of that is real and how much of that is story, I would say it's hard to pick out with a 14, but like you've heard tales of, right? Because they're the kind of organization that there's absolutely stories of.
I feel like Bryce probably would have said it in anger, if anything. Yeah.
And they surely must be relatively early, because like I know that there's elements of them that still exist, but obviously we know that Isabella's story is in a particular part of a journey for her right now. But
so it's not her yet, but
yeah.
I know a little bit about them, not much. Bryce really hated them a lot.
Who's am I okay to ask?
Sucks. Yeah, no,
okay.
It's okay. He sucks.
A person who deserves being punched in the taint?
I don't particularly want to do that, but yeah, someone else
deserves it. Whether like you don't have to be the one person
delivering. Some people deserve it, but it won't happen.
Right. There's a difference between deserving and then like having it happen.
Yeah. I don't want to bring her that. So yeah, no. But he definitely deserves it. They picked off his ships a little bit because he would go from Ferelden up north to Remain a lot.
Okay.
So. Yeah, he would always lose money and be mad.
Good.
Well,
yeah,
fun.
No, it's good. Do it again.
They're generally quite fun. I would recommend hanging out. Like if we have time, we should touch base, say hi.
Okay. Well, they do this fried fish thing that's just like I'm excited to go just for it. It's just like I'm sorry I can't help it.
I know we have priorities, but second priority is the fried fish. Great. Glad we're agreed.
Maybe by the time I get there, color story shifts, because like perfect place to pick up new, and she'll look to you in a like, you know, canary to canary, new bits and bobbles. They make great ones there.
Yeah. Legitimately, I think Oriana looks like Phelan and Kana when it gets to color story again, and it's kind of just like, like y'all, what is happening?
She will tell you your color story the way that
I'm trying to gauge the other two, just see if they're into it or not, essentially. Yeah.
Absolutely the person that will tell you the colors that you're wearing and what energy you're giving out into the world, and also at the like will already know what zodiac sign you are. You know, like she's just one of those.
God. Are you like a Scorpio rising? Because you're kind of giving Scorpio, but like I feel like you have like a Libra moon, but like as one of those, and you're like, okay.
There's definitely just
Yeah,
a
yeah, yeah.
straight expression.
Stop
like,
almost
"Cannot
saying my
save."
actual chart.
You're
You're
I'm
doxing your
scared. Stop
astrology chart.
it. Yeah.
That was too close.
Yeah. Um. Okay. Cool. It was so nice to meet you guys. Like, you seem
Yeah.
legitimately really lovely.
You're really lovely too.
You. Hmm? I
Nice to meet you.
try.
What was your name again? I'm sorry.
Misha. Sorry, my name's
Misha.
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 It's nice to meet you.
Okay.
She'll extend a hand. Surprisingly soft. She's a mage, you know.
Mage
I'm-
hands.
Yeah. I'm Phelan. Hi.
Hi. Do you do handshakes?
Yeah.
Okay. I also do fist bumps and like elbow bumps. Depends on your comfort levels.
Depends on the day.
Okay. I'll check ahead of time then. She extends her hand to shake yours.
He gives her a smile.
Mm-hmm. Oriana, would you like anything? Or just like a nod of the head?
No, it's fine. I was like, because I think to avoid it, she picks up Franklin, and this is Franklin. And like grabs a little paws and go.
My gosh.
I'm
we
gonna
just-
say
You
Oriana
have a
communicates.
And like her pitch goes up like three
Oh, no.
octaves. There's
Oriana immediately
a nut.
regrets the decision.
Cass is like holding a pint and is like, oh, Misha's about to cry.
You have tiny
Sorry.
little hands. Their hands make me want to cry.
I don't.
Some people say that they're creepy, and they are not creepy. Look at those little guys with their little opposable thumbs.
Yeah, like I think it's like unsure, but like grabs a blueberry.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just like I think this is a good choice. Like,
We should try pineapple. Just, because I have ideas.
he eats a lot, so yeah, he'll probably try anything.
Oh, I have a stash of incredibly good, extremely expensive mushrooms. I like nugs dig on mushrooms. And these can only be found up north, so maybe he's never had one before and I can give him his
Maybe
first one.
it's like your last one because if he smells it, he will be in your bag. I'm sorry.
I don't care.
Oh no.
He could eat them all, and I would never. How could you blame a little face like that?
You know, like again, the cat eyes just like
Yeah.
there's the mushrooms. Like, no, Franklin, stop it, Franklin.
Oh,
I have found a new source of food.
Yeah,
It's Misha.
Just
he's
gonna
so
strap him
weird and
down in my
hairless.
jacket. Like, no, Franklin, stop it, stop.
She continues to squeak about nugs because they squeak.
Yeah.
And has definitely just melted into a little puddle.
When would we be leaving?
Anytime. We're going to be bringing the information to the powers that be. I got a couple things I need to clarify, and then pick up some cash to pay for our expenses. And then when everyone's ready to go.
How long do you think we'll be gone?
Ooh, Ravain's a while away.
Sure of what we're going into.
Yeah. And then like we can choose to stay. It can be about a week there and a week back. It's a long time.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
It's not too bad.
Is that an issue?
No, it's just prepping myself to disappoint my baby girl a little bit.
You have a baby girl?
Yeah, she's
How old is she?
somewhere. Almost 11 now.
Oh, cute. That's a great age. They like really fill with personality by that point.
Oh, she's got
Yeah.
a personality. She's great.
You'd love her.
Yes, she
Honestly,
does.
She actually wants to be a Kunari, if I remember correctly.
When she
She's
grows
really
up,
obsessed
yeah.
with the horns. She
For
wants to
real?
like, belt her horns. It's really good.
She's gonna flip when she sees that you can change your style that much. Just
Yeah,
putting that out there. I don't know if she.
We're gonna have
Is
to work out
ready
how to
for
belt
it.
her like multiple sets.
Mm-hmm.
All the
Yeah, like
tactical
we
bits.
can't help the way that they curve. That's just
No.
natural. But like you can
Mhm.
clip and then shave and
Do
then
whatever.
attachments. Yeah.
See, I didn't
She's
even
a
realize
lot
they like
more-
grew back.
Yeah.
Yeah. Always growing.
They were getting long, that's why I cut it down again. It's annoying.
I kind of like the length of mine right now because it's like once they get so far that they like poke past my face, I sometimes will shave it back down, but I like the curve.
Right
You
at
can
the
hang
top,
things
but
up
it's
them.
like, ugh.
Yeah, when it gets a little too,
Yeah, and you're like,
I gotta like sleep
it's...
front or back. I don't have any choice about side sleeping.
Which is fine
Not a
once you
thing.
get past that, but it's just like that awkward state. I just didn't have time anymore, so they had to go.
Last time I was in a rain, they had these like it was like a wooden thing that you slept on. It was a little bit like a pillow, but it was structured to like move past the horn so that you could fully like rest your head on
Oh
something.
my god.
We
Okay,
should get
fine,
some.
fine,
They were
I'm
like
getting one of
inlaid with like
those.
mother of pearl. It's beautiful.
Bang, neat immediately.
Mm.
Yeah, but yeah,
Okay.
Rayleigh's obsessed with the horns. She wants like her own.
I don't blame her. Okay.
I think it'll be
I
fun.
believe she has a horn fund.
She does have a
We
horn.
started it,
Uh,
and then we
horn
saved
sound?
some jewels, I think, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's like a little sapphire, I think.
Yeah. I
Honestly,
carved her a pair of little wooden horns, but I think she wants more.
She'll probably want to start light because like it takes a long time to get used to the weight displacement.
makes sense.
There was one year where like I broke half of mine and like I felt like I was continuously gonna fall over, you know. It was just on one side, so then I had to chop
walked
back
into the door frame on the way into breakfast and
Don't.
completely, like, absolutely took a spill right across.
I hurt myself.
Oh,
It was really funny.
So maybe we can make sure Rainies are, contained. You know what I mean? Like they don't
Small,
flare
we'll do the
out
small
a lot.
ones.
And
Make her little ones.
well,
that
and hers
just
aren't stuck.
backwards. They're
Yeah,
like
right.
on top.
We can change the curve. Yeah.
yeah,
We'll
like
figure it
up,
out. It's a
up and
process.
back
So,
or something. Or...
The preparation to get your girl ready for the fact that you're traveling is there is so much horn adornments you can get in Warvine. And you're gonna be able to bring some back
Okay.
to her.
I haven't taught her to sneak yet. We're fine.
Okay. Amazing.
I'll make sure she doesn't get on the boat. Okay.
Yeah,
Sorry. I
that,
just had that thought, and I was like, "That's not good." Yeah.
that's so real. That
Mhm.
yeah, we should definitely make sure.
Yeah.
Because
Okay.
she would.
She would. Yeah.
It's fine. So with a possible future destination that we don't have to jump into straight away, but something to prepare for, we maybe have a little mission on our hands as potential new members, potential just working with the Swallows. Thank you very much for tuning in for our premiere, everyone. Whee! Thank you for joining us. And very excited to see what happens in episode 2, everyone. So please, join us next week. I will allow everybody to do little outros to tell you who they are and where you can find them. And then I'll do mine at the end.
Good to be back, y'all. I've been Emily, making questionable parenting decisions. Once again, as Kana. Yeah, it's good to be back. It's good to have the crew back together. Yeah, it's exciting. Oh, and I'm on the internet at Emily Bard 20. You'll find me. Don't worry about it.
Mm-hmm.
If you've ever watched, I think it's Kick-Ass, and there's the dad with the daughter that he's trained her whole life to like fight, and she's like 10. That's
Yeah.
what. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
No, I hate that. No.
Well, I
But
think
it does
they're
look
great.
really cool. Yeah, she's a
I
badass.
think they're great. I
Defend
love
herself.
them. But it's like in a good way, in a positive way, not as psychotic as that, you know? Hi everyone. I'm Satan. I've been Phelan. It's good to be back. I missed you all. I loved like just being able to just have everyone talk about themselves so much. It made me so happy. You can find me Blue Sky at SLM. I don't really post anything. I just rip a lot of cool art and stuff that I find. So can't find me anywhere else. Hope to keep it that way. Other than that, I'll be here at the transmissions. I make art. I play characters. Ching! That's me.
Hello,
Gotta do
everyone.
my own sound effect.
Yeah, just a little smile. Hello, everyone. I'm Torin. You can find me on the internet as Torin Talks Creativity. I have been playing Oriana, our little pillbug rogue that will at some point learn to be a better human. As far as things going on, I do stream my own channel, and there's some big announcements happening at the end of February with podcast announcements. So you can find me on Twitch at Torn Talks Creativity if you'd like to see that. And just as a warning, or not warning, a hopeful thing, it's very cozy content in a time of crazy. So if it can help out, please check it out. Thank you. And I'm very happy to be back.
Hi everyone, I've been Bex, playing your silly little pup girl Canary, who's having a real colour story journey right now, and I think that's beautiful for her and good for her. You can find me on the internet at Phoenix Force on Blue Sky, where I am mostly just kind of posting whatever. I am posting about my horror podcast, which just came back from hiatus, called Out to Get You. We just had a lovely conversation with Jadzia Axelrod, the comic writer, about Invasion of the Body Snatchers. So that'll be up very soon. I have my own little podcast about an independent wrestling promotion in the UK because I love women, and talking about my PhD on lesbian fantasy fiction, of which I am doing a conference at the start of June talking about post-colonial fantasy and the ways it intersects with sexuality. So those are all my sort of upcoming things. I'll post them as they come around closer to the time. But yeah.
Amazing. And hi, it's me. I'm Emma, Hamlin on the internet. I have been the storyteller of this fan story with these absolutely excellent players. I am so happy to be back. These people have my whole heart. In terms of where you can find me, Hamlin, you can check out my link tree, which has all of my various links and various shows that have been run, mostly, sometimes played by me. Speaking of sometimes played, occasionally I am a player, and on Monday the 16th of February on Science and Sorcery, you will see a one-shot, very special one-shot. It's a 10 Candles game where we were dinosaurs during the mass extinction event, and I play a little Bambi raptor, and it's like funny and silly, and then incredibly sad. It's a 10 Candles game. So that's then. And then on this channel on March 9th, we will have a premiere for a little 6-episode mini series of Vampire the Masquerade game set in Edinburgh in 2011, just before things get really bad in the UK in 2012. Don't worry about it. So yes, there are some things, there's other things that are cooking. I'm glad to be back into streaming and seeing all you lovely people. Speaking of lovely people, I believe we're going to hop on over to Stella Luna, who is talking about some things, I think. But we're going to go and raid over there, so please stick around for the raid, and then when you get in there, wave a little hello and give them some support from us. Until next week, everybody. Bye-bye.